Spanish, I need an update
What? On the whole
on
situation.
the whole Spanish situation. Yeah.
Clarence Carter.
Clarence still blocked. Haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah, you got away.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
away a day of
So
peace.
far, peace. Yeah, I got a day of peace. Went on my date last night.
Oh, how was that?
It was really
Oh,
good.
can I ask who that was with?
It was Mariah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
I like
good.
her.
I was telling my wife about her last night.
Yeah.
And how she's adorable.
Yeah.
And the two of you are kind of an adorable couple.
We are, and she's, we're both taking it very slow, so it's nice. Friends first. See how it
Has
works.
she watched The Sandlot yet?
That
She's in the
picture
Sandlot.
of you as the Sandlot on our Instagram is one of the funniest ever.
Dude, I had to look up. Gio and I had to look up the best pictures of squints, and I was like, I'm gonna nail
You
this.
nailed
So
it.
good.
You nailed it. It was great.
It's so good.
The Sandlot was a great movie in which I stole from a place Moose used to work at. Moose used to work at a record store that had, like DVDs and VHS tapes. So I had the Sandlot on VHS.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Moose like, there's no cameras here. I'm like, I'm just gonna steal a bunch of stuff. Which I did.
It's a good item to take. Yeah.
You never know when you want to watch Sandlot.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, back in the day.
VHS,
Yeah.
I was explaining to my wife last night there was a time where I lived in my mother's walk-in closet when she lived in Palm Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there wasn't another bedroom and I needed to put my stuff somewhere and I just slept on the floor and in the walk-in closet. That was my home for a while.
Damn.
My brother Tim did that in his room, though. He had his own room, but then he had one of those open closets that kind of, whatever the organ, accordion doors. Yeah, like that. And so he put his bed in there. So the head of the bed was in there. So it was like kind of back.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm like,
cool.
what are you hiding? What are you?
Oh, the
I
best.
had like a big room. The room was like almost this size,
My friends DJ and Eddie moved down here to hang out with me when I was first getting into radio. They had nothing going on. And they lived off of like Armenia in an apartment complex. And they had a bedroom each with the bed in it. And I would crash there and I had no bed. But I happened to have an extra queen size bed. So I brought it over there one day and we didn't know where to put it. So in their dining room, they had accordion doors to a big closet. So we put it in there, but we put it in there like a Murphy bed. We put it in there and then close the doors. And then we wanted to open it. We'd have to open the doors really quick and it would fall. It was great though.
By the way, Moose just texted me and said allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh,
That allegedly that happened.
Moose,
Yeah,
that was one of the best gifts Moose has ever gave to me. We just show up at his job like once a month and just bring a bag and just empty it out.
Here's a question for you. What was the go-to VHS tape that you would watch all the time? Like, is there a movie that you watched more than
definitive answer
yeah,
for both?
I have two that I watched so many times. I could probably right now you could put it on and I could do word for word.
Yeah, I watched Fletch and Top Gun.
Mine was
over and over.
Strange Brew and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, every night I would put Top Gun on, and wherever it was at, I just put it on and fall asleep to it every night.
I do that now.
Yeah,
With the new
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Oh, that was
mine,
great.
yeah.
That's a great
too.
movie.
Ice is nice.
It's so funny because the only reason we watched Strange Brew so much, which was Bob and Doug McKenzie, was my brother Tim would go to the store and he goes, they didn't have anything, so I got Strange Brew. Like every time he would just get it. I go, they have to have other stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't have anything. I got Strange Brew.
So my wife and I got in an argument yesterday, a really, not an angry one, but just a solid argument over something.
The monkey.
No. She's ignoring the monkey.
The Corvette.
She's ignoring the
Not the Corvette, no.
Thank you for joining us.
Listen to me. Gio has work to do in the morning. You do not
That's
question
not
his tardiness.
work.
That is
Not
definitely
work.
part of his work.
Not work.
Let me ask you this. If Gio were to come in here at any time without coffee, would that be acceptable?
No.
Then that is his work.
Hmm.
I appreciate you, Gio. Thank you.
All right, CMG.
Get your shine box.
Yeah.
No, Gio. Don't let these people.
Oh no, it's I don't value their opinions at all. If it ever says the Carmen show up on the wall, then I'll be concerned.
The coffee guy does not value the opinions of the guys that put boxes in your storage area.
That's right. That's right.
There's a hierarchy.
Or the trash man or the
Yeah.
dog walker.
That's right.
Yeah.
The guy who recycles my kids' clothes.
Yeah.
All of them.
Oh my God. There's
The
very
lion does
comfortable-
not listen to the opinion of the sheep.
That's very true.
Where's the lion in the
I don't know
story?
about It's just a fun quote to say.
Yeah.
I think we're all
The
lions
The
here.
raccoon does not listen to the workings of the skunks.
Oh my God.
I like the way that you guys are able to switch roles on this show. Like when Joe and and Spanish were helping me out by putting those boxes away yesterday. Gio became the videographer.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Gio's kind of always.
What?
Thank you, Gal.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the last like 9 videos that have been put up on the
God.
Instagram. It's pretty much Gio.
What I found interesting was how good the lighting was in there.
I know, right?
Hell, I know how to light a room.
Yeah.
You light up a room when you
Doesn't
walk
need
into
to
it.
wait.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to wait 9 weeks to get some lights and set them up and do
And a
everything.
switcher.
Yeah. Just waits for the
Michael,
sun.
I don't know if we can do that. Oh, maybe we just flip this switch. We'll be fine.
What? No way.
Just getting things done.
I these have like a yellow tint.
Yeah.
Okay, well you're using a Fisher Price switcher, so
I do have a question about.
Maybe if we had more cords.
yeah.
That would definitely help.
I wonder why we have a buzz in the
That would
audio.
help. Definitely.
No, I'm piling on, Joe.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Joe, I do have a question.
Okay.
Do you know where the power is to this LED that's
I
flashing
mean,
like
come
Christmas
on.
behind me?
No, I have no idea.
No.
I
got-
suspect it's near me though. I sense the presence.
It's behind the thing,
Behind what thing?
behind the board. I remember when you first got it. You
Yeah,
used to have,
But
you used
I
to have
thought they
Spanish
moved
turn it
it.
on. Unless they moved it, but when
I don't
the,
know.
Yeah, like
when
the
I saw
outlet's
someone turn it
behind
on,
there.
it was behind it.
All right.
And do you have one of those little remote things that you lost?
No, they don't work. I have the app, so they said it needs to be reset. So you'd have to unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Carmen,
I
do
have-
you remember around where behind the thing it was by any chance?
Yeah, behind it.
But
think-
like top right.
It was like
Son
dead
of a-
center.
you guys, real quick, let me just try something.
no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No.
yeah. For a
It
second.
blinked.
I was
It
hoping
did
that was
blink.
gonna
It
work.
did blink
Second.
right at the right time. Dude, I would have had to leave. If I would have clapped, if I would have clapped,
I hope you
and
would
that
shut
would've
the
went
whole
off,
station down.
I would have just left. That would have been it.
Carmen probably doesn't even get the clapper reference. He's too
Do
young.
you,
Yeah.
Carmen? Do you get the clapper reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clap on.
Yeah.
Clap
There we
up.
go.
Yeah, her
It's a
grandma, her
clapper.
Mima has one.
It's timeless.
It is time.
I'm trying to connect the Love Tiger.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh boy. How's he looking?
I don't know. I can't. I'm
Can't
trying to
see-
connect.
can't
Too busy
see.
watching the.
Does he still
Oh,
wear
it
the
says
vest?
it says it's
Oh.
off. He just sent me a thing, and now he says he's off.
The
the
Love
air.
Tiger does not listen to the opinions of.
I apologize. I got the quote wrong earlier.
How's he looking? You know how he's looking. I mean, come on.
I should have asked, is any part of him bleeding right
As long as
now,
he's
or-
no longer leaking, I think
That's
that's,
what it is.
positive
leaking?
news.
He sent me a thing. He was like, "I'm on the air," and then I went to it. And now he's not on the
We put some Flex Seal on his leg, so it should be fine. Just slap it on there.
What do they spray the bottom of the boat with?
Yeah.
Flex
Yeah.
Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
yeah, that's why I made that joke.
That's so good.
Yeah, thank you.
Giggles over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I had a fight with my wife last night.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Anybody want to guess what it was about?
it was
Stanley.
about your diet.
No, oh, how dare you?
Well, no, maybe I
Doing
thought she was
great.
making stuff, and you're like,
No,
"This
no,
is
no.
delicious," and then she's like, "Yeah, it has butter and cream cheese and
I saw
Oreos and this and that." And you're like, "Ah, I
Oh, I
can't do
wish.
that."
the recipe for her low-fat chili online.
Yeah.
She's all about
That's a lot of
recipes
beans.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a lot of beans.
I heard I can't eat her chili. It's good, but
Too many
too many beans for me.
carbs.
Something about your daughter because she just had her birthday and something's going on.
No, these are all logical things, Galvin.
Oh, this is
Illogical.
okay. So
Okay. You
uh,
you wouldn't love her if she was a table.
yeah, if she became a worm, would you still
Yeah,
be
yeah.
married to her?
No,
he
it's,
said no.
it's more logical than that.
Oh.
We had
Wait,
it was more logical
that is
than that,
very
less
logical.
logical. So I'm on LinkedIn. You know,
Uh-huh.
like everybody, I don't pay for it or anything, but I have like a profile, and it has me down as a radio host. So every time there is a job opening, it sends me a thing. It says there's a job available as a host, a casino host, a host at Arby's, a host at a restaurant. Like it doesn't understand the difference between talk show host and restaurant host. So I don't know. It was just a side note to what she tells me last night. She said, "Oh, there's a job available that I think you would be good at." And I said, "Yeah, what's that?" And she said, "A caller for a square dancing troupe." And I go,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah." I go, "Good, cool."
Like
And she
Arthur
goes-
Murray?
I don't know. But she goes,
I don't know.
"Because you did that before." And I go, "Did what before?" She goes, "You called the square dance." I go, "No, I didn't." And she goes, "Yeah, you did." And I go, "No, I didn't." And we got in a full-on argument of whether or not I have been involved with square dancing before.
Can I come to her defense?
Yeah.
You do forget sometimes you do stuff, and we're like, "Yeah, you totally did that," and you're like, "Oh, I guess I did."
She is insisting.
like maybe
I-
when you worked at the
I-
country station.
I am going to go out on a limb and say your wife was right that you
Yeah.
were a square dance caller for something,
Yeah.
some sort of
Yeah.
charity thing. or
We
something.
thought about this for 20 minutes. And then I turned to her and I said, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Swing your partner around.
I wasn't a caller.
You actually would be really good at that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all his karaoke's a country bear.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same thing.
I didn't actually call the square dancing, but I did do square dancing one time, and that's what she was talking about. But I was like, never in my life have I done anything with square dancing. She goes, yeah, you did. And I'm like, I didn't. I would remember. And then I was like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm at that age
Yeah.
where the little I told
It's
Pete,
at the age.
Carmen, I said something yesterday. What did you say?
Is
I
it the
said
age?
it's at the age.
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Well, I did notice something. This is gonna sound. I know I'm gonna. As soon as I say this, you're gonna attack me. This is mostly because of my mental capacity, not because of my great conquest. But I'm at the age now where if I see a girl that I may have had sex with at one point, I could forget. Like I thought I would never forget making sweet love to a woman, no matter how long it's been. If I see that woman, I'd be like, oh yeah, I had sex with her. Now I was like, Pete's like, you know that girl. I'm like, oh, yeah, you do. I'm like, I've never. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the age I'm at now.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I don't. I
So
I,
many women.
Exactly. I knew that was coming. No,
Help me out.
so many years I can name every girl in the order in which it happened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to tell you,
That 1 year it broke free.
I think it's impressive that you can name your teachers. Like I have certain teachers that I can remember, like my favorite teachers, like nice teachers and bad teachers, but I can't remember.
So
all
can
of
I
my
try it right now?
teachers.
Sister Mary, Miss Georgiani, Miss Santino, Miss Kennedy, Sister Joan, Miss
Nope, that's
McCula.
wrong. That's wrong.
Oh, that's right. Miss
Yeah.
Clemens and Sister Kathleen. Yeah,
Excuse
that's
me.
1st through 8th grade.
That's pretty good.
And then in high school, I had Mr. Murata, Mr. Smith. Ooh, I can't. Mr. Musselwhite. And
That's
then I
made
can't
up,
remember.
yeah.
But
That's not right.
That's
Swear
a
to
made
God.
up name.
Mr. Musselwhite had a heart attack in class.
Oh.
But my question to you is, you had like different teachers for math and science, and did you have that, or did you have one teacher
Right.
that taught
So
everything?
from 1st grade to like
5th grade, you
5th
had
grade,
one.
you had one homeroom teacher, and
Mhm.
then you traded, changed classrooms. But I remember all my homeroom teachers, and then in high school, I remember all my homeroom teachers well, except the last year, the most recent one. I can't remember her name. Isn't that weird?
Mine was Mr. Falcone.
Mr. Falcone.
He ended up being gay and nobody knew. And then
Hey.
years later, we found out, and everyone was like, that makes a lot of sense.
He was Mr. Falcone, then he came out as gay, and then he was Mr. Falcone.
Yeah. He was in charge of drama and the chess club, which
My friend, Father Pintabone, who just died, was gay,
Yeah.
and I didn't. He was always a little,
Mhm.
but who knew? And he never. And he used to say, like later in our years when we talked to him, he'd say, "Never in front of the kids. Never,
Yeah.
not touching the kids, or anything, but
Whoa.
never talk about it in front of
Yeah.
the kids. It was none of their sex stuff. Was none of their business.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because I wasn't really sure, and then one of my gay friends said, "Did you know he was gay?" And I go, "Nah, we didn't know." And I'm like, "How do you know?" And he goes, "Look at his Facebook profile." And he was in all these groups like Gay Love is Real Love and Gay
Yep.
Love for One.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was pretty gay."
Mhm. That's how I found out one of my cousins was gay. Was because of his
Facebook
face.
groups?
Yeah, dude. Because he was like, he was following certain groups, and then he had like one album that was just like him in speedos with a bunch of dudes. And at first,
yo.
yeah, and at first, he's one of the cousins, and at first we're all like, "Oh, that's cool that he's into like European stuff." As the years went on,
What?
and the folder kept
More
growing.
like he's a peon.
Yeah, it did. It was like, oh no, he's gay. Yeah,
I have a cousin who's I think more gay but bi, and I don't see him very often. But when he was younger, like when he was like in his senior year, maybe like in freshman year of college or whatever, he had the hottest girlfriends, and he's real good looking. And he had hottest girlfriends, and I used to see him on Facebook, and I'd tell him, "You must get so much ass. This is like this. You traveling with all these girls on a cruise." And then finally, somebody in my family is like, "Yeah, it's because he's gay, stupid." That's why well, he's also really good looking, so
Yeah,
I can
so-
imagine why all these girls love him.
Yeah.
And
he was getting ass for sure.
yeah, but
Yeah,
from what
dude.
I heard, he likes both. So
Yeah.
good for him. He's doubling up on the action,
Must be nice.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's so funny to me that that still makes people mad.
yeah,
Who do you care?
yeah. Well, I don't know.
That when Ian Finance talks about going down on guys so casually that he's like, "Yeah, I'll call a girl, and if I can't get one, I'll just call a guy." And I went, I mean, the logic is there,
You're
I
right.
guess, but
Yeah.
I can't see it.
I think what his problem, I think he's just a complete sex addict.
Yes.
And he's like, well, if I can't get a girl, I could probably get a guy, so I'll get a guy.
Yeah.
Like, and then if he can't get a guy, he's like chasing raccoons around. And stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's where I draw the line. Yesterday, my back is really, really hurting me, and I wanted to go get a massage. And
How's your pee in your crack?
so I was talking to my wife about it, and Yoko, who used to work at Dr. Bill's office, is not there anymore. But she's like, "Oh, Yoko's at Ideal, whatever it is, massage." And I go, "How do you know?" And she goes, "Because it says right here, Yoko." I go, "What are the chances? It's the same Yoko." And she goes, "How many people are there named Yoko?" I go, "Well, one married John Lennon, you know." So
plenty of Yokos.
She pulled it up and she showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I think that is Yoko." So we were going through, and there was one transgender woman on there, and I thought this might be the best of both worlds, because I feel like I need the strength of man hands, but don't really want a man to be rubbing me down.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because as open-minded as I am and not caring about gay stuff and all that, I can't get comfortable with a dude's man hands on me. But what if it's a transgender man? Then I'm getting mentally fooled.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Yeah.
Getting the strength of a man and the gentle touch of a woman
Only up.
all at the same. No.
Oh.
I told my wife I'm going to the transgender massage person.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's a man's hand on there. So
Yeah.
it's like you're doing
Whatever. No, what?
Yeah.
So
No.
That's what Calvin tells the
my
kids.
brain, yeah. I gotta tell you, you guys used to make fun of me for getting massages from Sahara Huxley, but I mean that was like the best of both worlds.
It wasn't the massage we made fun of. It was the fact that
Remember she carried me like a baby onto the massage. Laid me on
yeah,
the massage table.
exactly. She was like 7'4".
Yeah, it's the best.
She beat up Hoppy in the studio.
Yeah, it was great.
And he's a giant idiot.
Yes.
She would raid your village at the end.
The only way to get her out is to set things on fire and
Oh my
scare
God,
her.
She was the best, man. I miss
Yeah,
her.
she was way bigger than you.
Oh my God, by like 3 feet.
I have
She
questions
did.
about
She
that.
literally did carry me. I asked, but she.
You
carried me like
asked
a
her
baby.
to carry you?
I was like, yo, let's just like pretend there's a fire and you got to save me from the building.
You're lying.
Why would I lie about that?
Why? What was it about?
I just
You
have like
wanted
a
to be
thing.
carried.
Yeah. I
Is
like
this about
tall.
me? Is this you trying to get
Don't
a big
do this
person
to
to
me
hold
because
you?
I'm mentally malleable right now, and you're gonna confuse me and get me all weirded
Is
out.
this about you wanting me to hold you and I won't embrace you?
I
So
mean,
you got a giant woman to do it?
I would like that, yeah. But I've always liked, I've always liked taller women. But she was just like
Listen to me.
giant.
I keep thinking about this. I can't get it out of my head. I care about you and I care about what happens to you.
Thank you.
If you came towards me, arms open, crying, I'd mush you in the face. There's no
Why
way.
would you do
Because
that?
I would smack you and go snap out of it.
It's difficult to act otherwise, Michael. I will tell you that.
I know. You don't
Very
know.
difficult.
Well, you're at the same height level and all that.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
what
avoid
made
it.
me even more weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd knock it down as it was coming at me. I'd swat it
my
like
God.
I'd swat it like a pelican.
Just like naturally, like you wouldn't even think. Of
The other day, Spanish ran up the driveway and tried to hug me.
Why?
We did hug. We did hug.
No, it was not. It was against my will.
It was a good hug.
I
It
felt
was.
very violated.
He wasn't facing me, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I felt very violated.
Why?
I was uncomfortable and I had nothing to do with it.
No,
Yeah.
it was a nice moment. It was a nice moment.
Like he
though,
came charging up the driveway, like he was trying to make a tackle
yeah. It
in
wasn't
the
a
middle
charge.
of a football
It
game.
was a brisk walk.
Yeah, I
It
just hear
was-
little footsteps, like, and all of a sudden, arms wrap around me from behind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
From behind.
Yeah,
too.
behind, yeah.
Yeah.
I announced I was coming.
I'm
I
like,
said,
what's that?
Gio, here I
Oh.
come.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh,
Always
don't-
good.
Yeah.
Too
I
high.
think you need to talk to HR.
I've got an appointment on Thursday.
What?
Ooh.
Which is today.
That's today.
By the way, I
man.
was in that building yesterday. It's really weird there.
Mm.
It's
Why?
real- First of all, there's no receptionist. You have to ring a bell.
Yeah.
And then the lobby's all set up because JoJo set it up for Valentine's Day.
I imagine you're ringing a bell and then the cat just walks out.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Can I have my tickets?
I rang a bell and Big Kev had to let me in. Then there's new walls in the hallway, so you don't know where you're going. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
different rooms now, and it's almost like everybody's waiting for something to happen. It's just very
I don't
Why
like
were
the
you
vibe.
here yesterday?
I had things to do.
Like what?
Yeah,
Meaning.
something about you.
I like it.
They were asking me questions about Spanish hugging Gio on my
Oh,
driveway.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
Do you
glad you
have
don't
the
have it on tape.
video?
Yeah, I'm glad you don't have it on
Mhm.
tape.
I said no, we don't have video because Gio's the video.
All right.
His hands were tied.
I was violated.
His hands were tied, Carmen.
You should
Yeah.
do it to Galvin. I hear he likes that
Oh
kind of
man,
stuff.
yeah. Try to put him in a headlock from behind.
From behind.
I tried to negotiate Jason's couch out of his office. Have you seen his little
The leather
tufted
one?
couch?
Yeah.
Leather one? And I walked in. I said, I love this couch. He's like, everybody loves the couch. And I look at him. I go, can I have it?
Yeah.
I just asked him. I
What'd
was
he
waiting for
say?
him to go. I don't care. Take it. But he was like, no. And I go, I like this. I really like it. So he looked it up online. He goes, here, go buy it here. I was like, no, I want this one.
It's like a nice little. I've seen people laying on that thing like it's a therapist couch.
It would
before.
make a nice couch for in the studio.
Yeah.
So that's all I was thinking.
I
Like
Jason
instead of
does
the
not
couch that you
care.
have.
What's that, Carmen?
Like instead of the couch that you have.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking it's time for a little bit of a facelift in here. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe put a little nicer.
Why, Carmen? What do you think about this? You don't like this couch either? I like this couch. No, all right.
It's
all
just
right.
ratty.
It's
I mean, you guys.
Oh,
It's a
Whoa.
futon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I've
I'm just
slept
saying,
on
like
it.
Same.
you got
Comfortable.
new chairs for
Yeah.
Spanish and stuff, and
Well-
the chairs used to match the couch, but now that you updated the chairs, now you can really see that the couch is
Agreed.
coming apart.
Agreed.
Just have your
Yeah.
brother buy a couple chairs,
Couch.
a couple lazy boys
Let's
right there.
put it in order.
When I opened that package and it was a box with an office chair in it, I started laughing. And he goes, "Oh no, I got 3 more in the back there. And you have Tommy put them in your truck." I go, okay. It's hilarious.
I don't know if you saw, but I believe Love Tiger's got a lamp.
Is he on?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
over here.
Oh, hold on. Let me bring it up. Hold
He's got his.
on. Love Tiger, can you lower the show so that I can put you on? New walls in the hallways. Love Tiger, there must be a
Delay.
delay.
He still can't talk though. Like
No, he can, but he's on delay, so I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah.
Things do.
Like what?
Oh, that's a long delay.
is it the screen frozen or is he just staring?
Nope, he's
No.
just
He's smiling now.
Yeah, you can't see his eyes move. Just
I
see him.
didn't- he hasn't blinked in a while, so I thought it was frozen.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Like, The Wi-Fi's not up to
Well, I'm
par.
not going to be able to even talk to him because he's 20 minutes behind us.
Yeah.
No, look, he's smiling. We got him. We got him. We got him to laugh.
He does not look good.
No.
Good.
Just,
Oh,
He looks
that's-
like Ian Finance after he died. That's not good.
Oh man.
Oh, I love this couch. She's like, everybody loves it. Man, we're still talking about the couch? Yeah, forget it. That's not going to work. I'll just leave it up though so we can stare at him.
yeah,
Just-
dude.
Aw.
What's he staring at? Like
Okay. Does he have a blanket pulled over his head?
I don't know.
Could you imagine waking up and that's the face you see?
Oh, my God.
Standing next to your bed.
No.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Mike Calta.
Oh, terrifying.
All right. Well, sorry, Love Tiger. That's not, I go, can you just call in tomorrow? And he's like, well, you just hit this link. I go, can you call in tomorrow? And he's like, I'm going to be doing my show. I go, can you call in tomorrow? And he goes, I don't have a phone. I went, oh,
Oh,
that makes more
yeah.
sense.
So his show is broadcasting our show. That's what the show is.
I
It's
don't
him
think that's-
watching our show.
don't think that's legal.
Like he's rebroadcasting.
Is he syndicating us right now?
I think so.
And
We
where
did
is he doing his show and how? Is he doing it from his computer because he sure doesn't know how to use it?
He does. He's doing it,
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, but if he knew how to do it, he would be able to talk to us.
but he's on delay, is what I'm saying. So
But if he could like zoom in or do something like that, he could do something instead of just listening to our show online
Oh.
and staring deadly into the camera.
Oh no.
Like he could
Calvin, don't ruin it.
he could call us, he could have an ISDN line, there's a lot of
Yeah.
ways. I've seen people on computers talk to people.
He's doing it perfectly.
Yeah.
it looks like he might be about to say something. Hold on.
No, no.
We'll hear it in 20 minutes.
Love Tiger?
Can you hear me, Calta Show?
Oh, yeah. How's it going, buddy? Can you hear us?
Way delay.
Oh, he does not sound good.
Is that a microphone or a lamp?
He sounds like a 18-year-old dog.
It's a microphone, but he's still listening to us through the radio.
Look, can you listen to us through the computer and not through the radio?
Oh, that's
Just listen to him. Listen.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
That's what you wake up to.
Love Tiger. 2 + 2.
Just one.
What?
He said test
Test
one.
one.
By the way, even if he hears 2 + 2, he's not going to know the answer. It's
He's
7.
more intelligent.
2 + 2. Toyota.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
LT, can you hear me?
I mean-
That's not good.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Send help.
He's worse than
Oh, yeah.
Spanish.
Oh my gosh.
I can't tell if it's a delay or if he's
He
just what
just-
I don't know what's going on. Peace to you.
Ask him something he would know. Love Tiger, who had the #1 summer hit in 1976.
Oh,
That would be ABBA. with- I think he must still be listening on the delay.
We love you, Love Tiger.
He's laughing. Something we said 20 seconds ago.
He held up 2.
Oh, 1 + 1 is 2. Yeah.
Oh,
2
two.
+ 2 is 2.
no.
It's way too long.
Yep,
way too
got
long.
him. I got him. I got him
it.
again.
LT, if you can hear us, put your hand on your head.
Can you guys hear me, Calta Show?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, this isn't going to work out.
This is
All
great.
right, buddy.
Hello?
You hear me now?
No.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is a microphone that Mr. Calta. This is a microphone Mr. Calta gave me.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
answering
nice.
if it's a light or a
Yeah.
microphone from an hour
I'm
ago.
here. I'm hearing the show. Yeah.
I'm
He's
hearing-
answering all our questions from a half hour ago.
I like it. We should do in all interviews. So
I feel like we're speaking to the
Mr.
future.
Calta gave me this microphone.
yeah,
Isn't it cool? It lights up.
it is cool.
Yeah, I
It is a
want
cool
one,
microphone, yeah.
actually.
Looks like one of those things you curl your hair with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, Galvin.
Oh my god.
All right,
Oh,
I think Love Tiger, I'm sorry, we're on a delay.
No, let him answer all the questions.
What else did we ask him? I don't remember.
It was so long ago.
Oh man, 4LM said.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
He's like struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why he was in the hospital, Gio.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
confirmed.
What if Calvin kills him with a good joke?
Yeah. I guess it makes sense.
Well, let's just listen.
That would be silly love songs by Paul McCartney and Wings.
There you go.
There you go.
Got it.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, well, LT, by the time you hear this, I'm gonna have to shut it off because of the delay. But it's good to see you. If we could figure out the non-delay issue, it'd be good to talk to you. All right, bye, buddy. Have a
Love
good
you.
day. There you
Hope
go.
you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, poor LT.
By the way, Silly Love Songs was released in the U.S. on April 1st, 1976.
Damn.
It
Unbelievable.
spent 5 non-consecutive weeks at #1 on the Billboard 100.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why I
Course he
said something that he would know. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
did you ever notice the? I just looked at the logo for Wings. It looks like a ball sack with feathers
No
coming
way.
out.
I
of
gotta
it.
check it out.
Yeah, it
now.
totally does.
I know. But I heard Billy Joel sing Maybe I'm Amazed yesterday.
Oh, really?
That was really good.
Yeah.
I have those tickets for Billy Joel. Oh, by the way, I did not say I was giving away Billy Joel tickets. I said I have tickets to go see Billy Joel when he comes to Tampa with Sting. And that it's an inconvenient day for me
You
to go.
have tickets.
I have
You-
tickets.
yeah.
Like, I bought them
Right, exactly.
for like $1,000 for 4 tickets. It's so damn expensive. But I don't know that I can go. I'm not giving them away. I'd given them to my dad before I
Right.
just give them away on the show. But I don't know that I can go because I have something else going on that weekend.
What?
Something Carmen doesn't need to know.
That's not
Getting a
fair.
new couch for the studio. No, I have something else going on, and I don't know that if I can go. But then I listened to Billy Joel all day yesterday, and now I'm dying to go.
Billy
So-
Joel is a guy who, if somebody said, "Hey, that's my friend Billy. He's really good at piano and singing," you yeah, I'm sure he's great.
Well,
You know what I mean? Just like
Sure
looking at
he's
him, you'd be
great.
like, I'm
it's
sure.
funny. That's what he was talking about yesterday. He goes, "I don't take compliments well." He goes, "I constantly have people coming up to me telling me that my music was a part of their life and this other thing." He's like, "Yeah, okay." He goes, "Not that I don't appreciate it." He goes, "I don't take it well. It embarrasses me. I feel weird." He goes, "But you can come up to me and tell me that I sucked that night or bust my balls like I look like a little nerd or whatever. And he goes, that I appreciate more
Really?
because of my upbringing. He's like,
Yeah.
we just used to bust balls to everybody.
Yeah.
I bet the guys in the band are like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
He
that.
beats us.
Yeah.
The guitarist killed himself.
Uh-huh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Unalived himself.
Unalived,
Unalive
yeah.
himself, yeah. All right, we got to take a break. We'll get the show moving. We got an open letter rewind coming up next. Then we'll go into Sporcle. We almost had a good guest on the show today. This guy I follow on Instagram. He's from Chicago. He's an entrepreneur. He's always talking about gambling and he always yelling at you about, doing things the right way in your business and all that. But I like him. He's got personality. He's the kind of guy I think I'd have a ball with at the casino. And I saw he made a video with Hulk Hogan yesterday, and I hit him up and I go, "Are you in Tampa?" And he said, "Yeah." And I don't know him. I know him from Instagram. And he said, "Yeah, I'm here till Saturday." So I invited him on the show. And then he said, "All right, sounds like a great idea." He goes, I'll come in tomorrow. And then he hit me up and he goes, "I'm gonna be honest with you, I was optimistic." He goes, "I just got to the casino and I've been known to play blackjack till 4:00 in the morning." He's like, he goes, "Can we shoot for Friday?" So hopefully we'll have him in there on a Friday. But we do have Jeff Richards coming in today, who has taken his podcast to a scary, scary level. He does a deep fake podcast and it is friggin' hilarious. It's funny. It's funny, like laugh out loud funny, but the technology behind it is amazing.
He's hilarious. So he's the one that does Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Just perfectly, whatever. And he was on Saturday Night Live and he did Drunk Girl and all the different. So yeah, he's a really funny guy.
He's great, and he is going to be in town today, so he's stopping by this morning on the show as well. We got a bunch of stuff to give away. Carmen will tell you what that is next when we play Sporcle on 102.5 The Bone. Spanish and Carmen will be out at McDitton's this Saturday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Kegs and Eggs. Make sure you join them. Mike Olivero will be broadcasting live. It'll be your pre-Gatsby spot. If you want a pregame, that's the place to do it. You get free breakfast and a free neutral if you show up there at McDitton's starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday. For the record, will not be there.
Oh, that make him sad.
Me and Joe are going to breakfast.
That's
What?
right.
You
Sorry.
liar.
Huh?
What?
Yep.
When?
Joe and I have a diner. We go to the diner.
No.
We
Exactly.
drink black
No.
coffee.
No, you don't.
What's the diner right by your house, Joe?
Trips.
Trips.
So good.
Mhm.
I love that place.
Oh,
Yeah, you-
Trip.
We
Turn
sit
your
at the
cup
bar.
over, they know to fill it.
Yep. We
Yeah.
bring a newspaper.
Mhm.
And then we read the newspaper. I read one, he reads the other one, and then we switch halfway through.
That's a lie.
We do it every
Yeah,
Saturday.
you guys play
Teresa and
chess?
eggs.
Yeah, Teresa and eggs.
You guys, we do it every Saturday. You don't even know about it. Galvin's out walking dogs,
Mhm.
and Joe and I are having breakfast at the diner where you're
I see
sleeping.
him. I drive past him.
Doing a
Wave at
litmus test.
Yep.
Are you red?
Did you dye your hair?
He's tall. No, he's short. Sounds like my
Yeah,
guy.
That's our guy. That's the best movie ever.
By the way, if you don't know, that's Midnight Run.
Oh,
you should
so good.
absolutely watch it.
Yeah, if you
Robert
don't
De
know.
Niro and Charles Grodin. So funny.
Charles Grodin's dead, so we'll never see that movie
I
happen again.
know.
No. Who? All right. If we
Zach
have to,
Galifianakis.
okay,
No
we
way.
have to
No way.
recast. We have to recast. Who plays De Niro's part? Who
Oh,
plays?
De Niro.
Huh?
I went
No.
with De Niro. So I want old Jack.
No.
I want
Nah,
old Jack.
no.
And this is how the movie starts. They're liquidating his coffee shop, just like Charles Grodin said that it wouldn't last. It wouldn't go
Starbucks
good.
is moving in.
As your
Yeah,
accountant,
they're-
I'd have to advise you against it.
Yeah, right. So they're liquidating. They're telling him how much he owes, and then he's got to go back to being a bounty hunter, and he's got to go get Zach Galifianakis.
I don't like it. I don't like De Niro.
Well, you're not allowed to see it.
See, I think you keep him young. I would like to see. I think Bradley Cooper plays De Niro's role, and Grodin is played by. I mean, I know you're gonna hate it, but Ryan Reynolds, I think, would be perfect.
For De Niro?
No, for Grodin,
For Grodin? Nah,
because
no.
he can play. He can be straight and also.
I'll tell you who would be good in that part is Jason Bateman.
Oh yes,
Jason Bateman.
Yes.
would be
All
good.
right.
By the way, Dennis Farina, you have to pick him too because he's dead.
Yeah.
Jimmy Serrano. Serrano's got the death.
You can pretty much get anybody from The Sopranos.
Joey
Aw.
Pants.
Joey Pants.
No, I mean Joey Pants
He's a
is in there
cast,
as
big
well.
cast, yeah.
Who's the other guy? The guy that was from Beverly Hills Cop, Taggart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your cigarettes around this guy.
Why don't you quit? Get
You
you
gotta-
both of us.
Agent Foster Grant. We
Yeah,
gotta replace John
he's dead
Makoto.
too.
Yeah.
Man, all those people are dead.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had the guy on from Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop to promote the anniversary of Beverly Hills Cop, and we were like, we're just putting you on because we love Midnight Run.
Yeah.
We just told them flat out, we're like, we don't care about Beverly Hills Cop. We love Midnight Run.
He's in the trailer for the new Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, is he
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't
Him and
suck.
Judge Reinhold are both in
Both
there.
in there, yeah.
It looks like it's probably not going to be too great.
Just a Netflix thing.
I think so, yeah.
Netflix, Galvin and I were talking about it before the show. They seem to be lowering their standards.
Yeah.
Like it's when satellite radio realized you can have 100 stations, and they were like, no, you can have 700 stations. You can put as many as you want on each channel and just turn it, and they were like, all right, give everybody a channel. Now it's just diluted. Nobody watches anything. With Netflix now, they're like, just put as many shows on as possible, and now that you get lost. It doesn't matter. I still put it on, and whatever I was going to watch, I watched Seinfeld anyway.
I didn't used to do this, but I do it now, and it has really enhanced my Netflix experience. That is the like and the dislike, and
I do
giving
that.
2 thumbs
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
So-
if you do it, it really helps.
Here's my problem with that is I don't do that. Occasionally I will, but I don't do it because whenever I watch YouTube, if I watch 2 clips of like similar things, that's all I
yeah.
get.
Yeah.
That's all I get.
Netflix
Is
is
Candace
a little
Owens
better.
yelling at people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's all.
Oh,
I was like, all right, let me see what Ben Shapiro has to say, and then it's all Ben Shapiro, just him
dude.
ripping people apart with this
I
whole
got-
Yamacon.
After yesterday's show, I got every video of people shooting people that were attacking them, and because we talked about that one video on
Yeah.
tape.
Oh yeah.
Somebody sent me one. A guy is at a gas station, and the guy's wigging out. And he starts kicking his car, and the guy just turned around and pop,
Boom.
puts 2 in him. I'm like,
One of the best gas station things I've ever seen is a guy is pumping his gas, and a van pulls up, and it looks like the Libyans coming to get the plutonium from Marty and them. But they pull up, and the guy just casually pulls the gas pump out and just goes squirts them all in the face. They go, and they jump back in the van and take off.
You're one match away from just
But think about getting sprayed in the face. And those gas pumps, they spray hard.
Yeah.
Like you never take it out of your car, so you don't realize. But think of how fast that's pumping to go through the gallons. Yeah. So I can spray easily.
Oh
I
my
can spray
God.
Geo in the face
Yeah.
from over here.
Oh, dude,
You don't
that's
want gas in your face.
Oh my God.
That was
Oh.
really smart thinking, though.
Oh.
Carmen. What do we have to give away today?
We have tickets for.
Slow it down.
you,
Take your time.
you sprung it on me.
Uh,
We have-
Tickets that we have today, January 25th, 2024, on the Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone. Also free on the Bone app. You're saying the tickets that we have? Yes, they are. Here they come.
Thursday, the 4th Thursday of the month. We have tickets for Third Eye Blind, Steve Trevino, Monster Jam, and the Kona Big Wave Treasure Cove.
All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Papap is your backup judge. Who won yesterday?
Backup?
Geo.
Geo
I'm sorry,
did.
what did I say?
He's been put into the
Papap is your
backup. now.
judge,
Yeah.
scorekeeper, and backup judge.
He was always a backup.
Gio won yesterday.
Yes,
All
he
right.
did.
Surprising.
All right, well, let's go. What are we playing?
Gio said he would double Spanish's score by the end of the week.
Yeah. He's close.
All
No, I
right,
didn't.
today we're going to play TV and movie cliches. Can you name the missing word from these overused generic TV and movie cliches?
All
Okay. So I'm going to give you part of it. You're going to give me the missing word.
All right.
First one. According to my
Sources.
Father.
according to my
Eight.
blank.
8 ball.
I don't know.
According to my calculations.
Oh, okay.
Get out of the
Chopper.
Way.
Get out of the kitchen.
If you guys want, I can give you the first
Well,
letter
don't
of them.
Well,
do it
Yeah,
now.
not now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Get out,
Mike.
get out of the.
get out of the blank.
I don't know.
Vehicle.
Ah.
So if you guys want, I can give you the first letter
You're
as,
the-
as
you're
a
the
second
backup
clue.
judge. You're not guessing.
Yeah.
Ha! The is on you,
Joke.
Galvin. In and take a closer look.
Dive.
Z.
What'd you say?
Z. Blank in.
Zoom.
Take a closer look, Galvin. Here, he's of no to us now.
Consequence.
Good.
Concern.
You. He's of no blank to us now.
I don't know.
You.
Use.
She almost
Like
said
you
it.
guid all got it wrong.
Oh, she said
and I'm
you.
an idiot.
Yeah, she said you got the
Clue.
clue. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, no point.
All right.
Hey, I'm standing.
Here.
Yes, Gavin. I thought it would come to this.
Never.
Yeah, Spanish. I could tell you, but
Kill.
then I'd have. Yes, Galvin. I get even.
Angry.
Mad.
Mad, Galvin. I promise you won't this.
Regret.
Regret, Spanish. I'll look at the first to be sure. X.
X-ray.
X-ray.
Mike and Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points. Michael has 1 point. Spanish doubling that with 2, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
All right, we were playing
Farts?
What?
Dude,
Spanish
Middle of
is
a game.
fun.
That's what I think
Gio.
about that.
you should be disqualified from the game.
No, man. I just those are my afterburners. I feel good now.
Listen, he has rules. He's not allowed to pick his nose in the air. He's not allowed to eat peanut butter from a spoon.
Never said
nothing
anything about
about
farting. Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Disqualification.
Disqualified.
Gross.
All right, here we go.
All right, TV and movie cliches. Your next one. I'm getting to for
Old.
this, Galvin. I'm just getting
Started.
started is correct, Pap.
Gio.
Gio gets the point.
Pains him to say it.
It can't get any
Worse.
Galvin. Let's this thing,
Do.
Galvin. Meet your new
Neighbor.
Daddy.
P.
He.
Meet your new blank P.
Meet your new blank
Starts with a P.
partner.
Partner.
Poppy.
At the
partner
buzzer.
at the buzzer.
Mike. Now don't get any bright
Ideas.
Galvin. Now that's what I'm
Talk to him.
about, Mike. This now.
Ends.
Spanish. What are looking at?
You.
Galvin. You'll about it in the morning.
Here.
Forget.
Forget. Spanish. And Pap, we are on the last 3.
Gio and Michael are tied. Gio is only having 1 point.
Gee, do you even know? Like,
Yeah, I do.
my gosh.
Michael has 3. Spanish has 4, and Galvin is your leader. He's winning with 10.
Ooh,
Oh.
close game.
Maybe instead of coming up with a goofy little saying, just read the
That
score.
wasn't goofy.
It was pretty good. Gio is having only 1 point.
All right, last 3. Doesn't matter. TV movie cliches. You'll never get with this.
Ahead.
A.
Angry? No. That doesn't make
You'll
sense.
never get
Blank with this. A. You'll never get blank with this.
I don't know.
Ass.
Away. You'll never get away with this.
All right. Well, you have the answers. Relax.
You just don't
Understand.
do you?
No.
Get.
Get Spanish. And your last one. Because you're losing. You haven't seen the of me.
Last.
Spanish.
No, that was me.
Yep, that was me.
No,
All
he
day.
said it was dumb, so Spanish gets
Yeah.
Another example of how it's rigged against me.
It's not rigged.
Close game.
Would you have won with that one?
No.
Your final score, Gio is having only 1.
Gio is only having 1.
Michael is having 3. Spanish with 6, doubling Michael's score. And Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 10.
Can I tell you? See if you can get this answer.
Huh?
This is Jeopardy's final
Oh, all right.
question last night. They were like, when we come back, the category is characters from 80s movies. And
Okay.
My wife just goes,
I got it.
this is your
I'm
dream
betting
category.
It all. Betting it all.
Okay, it was harder than I thought.
Mhm.
In 1983, Oliver Stone wrote a script for a movie and named the lead character after his favorite Super Bowl MVP quarterback.
Ooh. In 83, he did that.
Yep.
Ooh.
You got to guess the movie. which is weird because the way it was phrased, I guess the character, and I got it right, but you got to guess the movie.
The movie, I'm going to go with Platoon.
That's what they all guessed.
Oh,
That's wrong.
No?
Anybody else? He named the lead character, after the 1983 Super Bowl quarterback MVP. Or Super Bowl MVP, I should have said quarterback. But I think they did say. Anyway, that was the clue. And
I'm going to say in 83 that the name was maybe Joe.
The name was not Joe, but you're on the right track. And I'll give you the what I got was Montana, Joe Montana.
Right.
What movie? Oliver Stone, 1983.
Oh, Scarface.
Scarface. I knew you'd get it.
Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it took me a second to get it, and I was like, oof, because before I would have been like, I'll bet the house and my children and everything that I've ever worked for, there's no way I'm not going to get characters from 80s movies. And I was ready to be like, Emmett Brown. I don't know what you want. I had them all ready to go. And then they were like, in 1983 football, and I went, hey, what happened? But yeah, Joe Montana.
I saw that movie in the theater.
You did?
Scarface?
Yeah, there was actually, they stopped the movie in the middle, and there's an intermission. It's the last movie I ever saw that had an intermission in it.
Wow, an intermission.
Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight had an intermission when we went to go see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
See, I forget things too, Joe.
Yeah.
I love in Scarface, there is a clip where it shows that that Al Pacino, when they're sitting in the car, him and Michelle Pfeiffer, and he's trying to get her to go out with him and do all this stuff, whatever. They're sitting in the convertible, and he says something, and she looks away. She looks to her right. She's in the passenger seat, and he's in the driver's seat. She looks to her right, and he does. It's not in the script or anything. And he takes her hat and he puts it on his head. So when she turns back, she like laughs and kind of looks down, whatever, and he says something. But it's such a good scene.
Yeah.
I love when actors do that type of stuff. Like if you're a director, I don't know how much you want them to do that stuff. You may be like, do it how it's on the script, do it exactly like this. But there's a lot of that you find out, oh, that totally wasn't in the script. Like when Dustin Hoffman's walking across the street and I'm walking here and doing that.
Yeah.
I was reading something the other day, and it said best advice they ever gave for a director was don't give them any advice on the first couple of rehearsals. Like let them feel out the character, let them come up with stuff. Then you could fine tune it.
Gary Oldman said that who is a fantastic actor.
Best actors of our generation.
For real.
Right. So good that Dennis Miller didn't know he was English. That was one of the best things. He went on Dennis Miller's show and he goes, "You're so good at acting. I didn't even know you were English." He goes, until you just started talking. But he was talking about Christopher Nolan and doing the Batman series. And he said, Christopher Nolan's one of the best directors he's ever met. He goes, he doesn't tell you anything. He goes, the entire time I worked for him on that whole trilogy, twice he gave me advice, whatever. And he said there was a scene when they're on the top of the building with Batman, whatever. And he said he did it, whatever. And he did the scene. And he goes, he pulled me over and he goes, it's more important. He goes, that's all he said. And he goes, and that's all I needed. And he goes, okay, and good. And then did the scene his way and stuff. And he was like, yep, got it.
You know what I was thinking about that scene? Ben Affleck or whoever it was, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, dressed in that Batman. How cool that must be to wear the uniform. And then I thought, is it though? Can you imagine if you were inside it and you could feel those pointy things on your head and you got all this rubber on you? I'm like, that must be the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Keaton always
Feel
says
like
it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, in all the interviews, he says it was horrible.
Well, did you see where he was talking about it? And that's why he turns like that and does that stuff. He goes, because the first time he turned, he just ripped the whole thing. And I think it was, I don't know, somebody gave one of the other Batman's advice and said, make sure you can get out of it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to go to the bathroom. He goes, make sure they have like easy to get out quickly. Yeah.
Comedian Jeff Richards coming in at the top of the hour. Right now, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you have not heard, they have the new goals, new souls sweepstakes happening right now, which means they're giving away 10 pairs of shoes every week, all month long for January, because, new Year's resolutions, you want to crush your new goals and do all that stuff. Well, new goals, new souls sweepstakes. They want to give you some free shoes and help you out with that. They're giving away 10 pair every week. They have all the different brands that you love, like New Balance, Ufos, On Running, Brooks, and a bunch more in there. So you can stop in there. There is no purchase necessary. You can just stop into one of the 6 Pelts locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Sign up. Like I said, no purchase necessary, and go crush your goals. Pelt Shoes, get them at Pelts.
What do we have in news today, Galvin? Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you have not heard, they have the new goals, new souls sweepstakes happening right now, which means they're giving away 10 pairs of shoes every week, all month long for January, because, new Year's resolutions, you want to crush your new goals and help you out with that. They're giving away 10 pairs every week. They have all the different brands that you love, like New Balance, Ufos, On Running, Brooks, and a bunch more in there. So you can stop in there. There is no purchase necessary. You can just stop into one of the 6 Pelts locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Sign up. Like I said, no purchase necessary, and go crush your goals. Pelt Shoes, get them at Pelts.
I'm sorry, I'm sending one thing to Carmen. Oh, you know what, Carmen, I'll just tell you. There's an audio clip. That makes it a lot easier than me trying to read it and text and do all the different stuff.
Gotcha.
Despite the U.S. Supreme Court siding with the Department of Homeland Security to allow federal border officials to cut state-installed razor wire along the Rio Grande, Texas Governor Greg Abbott and State Attorney General Ken Paxton said the larger legal battle between Texas and the Biden administration is far from settled. This is not over, Abbott said in a social media post after the high court's 5-4 ruling. Texas razor wire is an effective deterrent to illegals illegal crossings Biden encourages. I will continue to defend Texas' constitutional authority to secure the border and prevent the Biden administration from destroying our property.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. First of all, it's pretty cruel to think that people who are fleeing their country because it's so bad where they live that they're willing to risk their lives to come over here or pay their life savings to get muled over here now could get caught up in razor wire and be stuck over there.
There's a soft belly liberal. We're
No,
talking
but what I'm saying is, and at the same time, the people who live there are their economy is getting destroyed by these people who are coming in there. So what is the right answer? It's hard.
Well,
yeah,
I would say the problem is that it's a mixture of that. It's those people, and then it's like criminals,
people,
and drug lords, and fentanyl, and
but why? I don't. It seems to me that the simple answer, and I know it's probably more complicated than it seems, but the simple answer is to say yes. This is the United States. We have built this country on being immigrants and being able to give a chance for everybody to come over here and start a lifestyle. Our families did it. We will do it, but you have to do it the right way. And the problem is that they need to stop them from illegally coming in order to force them to do it the right way.
Now, when we talked about this a couple of years ago, I think it was during COVID, where we said it would be a great system if they had you would come in, you sign up to get made into a legal system, and while you're waiting for that, you get a social security number, a hold number, and then you go and you work on infrastructure. We need a whole bunch of infrastructure to be rebuilt. You can get paid, you get taxed on the money, you get paid, and then when you're done with the job, now you're a legal citizen.
I mean, look, there's plenty of in Israel, you're forced to go into the military. There are certain countries that make you do military time, force you to do volunteer time. So in this thing, we give you an option. You want to come live here, that's fine. You do have to work, which most people are looking for jobs anyway. You have to work. You'll be. I mean, they're giving driver's licenses and insurance to illegals. Why would they not
iPhones.
say, here, okay, look, you are welcome, but you got to do it the right way. That seems to be the most logical answer, and they, for some reason, can't seem to do that. Yeah, I am Galvin. I'm not. I'm definitely not a liberal, but there is just a part of me that thinks, I lived in Miami, and I know a lot of Cuban people who had to flee Cuba and come over here. And I sympathize with them. They didn't want to leave their country. They were forced to leave their country.
Yeah, no, I get it. They're human beings, and you don't treat them poorly.
I lived down there, and there'd be people putting their kids on doors to float over here from Cuba, and these poor kids are dying and drowning, and that's how bad it was.
Well, but again, why are we more concerned about them than our own people?
But we're not. We're not.
I mean, we don't really help our homeless. We don't really help our veterans. We don't help the people that were born. And I get it. Like
there's
we
not
need
a lot
to help.
There's no easy answer.
Right. And I understand that. But if we're taking better care of the refugees than we are of our own people.
And you're right. And our veterans in some cases.
But also the other thing is there are ways for them to get in legally. Just people are choosing not to do it.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem.
I just wish there was somehow a way, and I don't even know what it would be, to separate like people, like you said, families that are fleeing a country, as opposed to
MS-13
scumbags who are funneling from other countries and using Mexico as the gateway to get in.
Gio, I totally thought you were saying I wish there was some way to separate U.S. from Mexico. some sort of barrier that we could.
If we could just blow up a trench or something. But yeah, like there's like you said, like families that are trying to get away from a country, but there's scumbags funneling in from the entire world through Mexico.
There's a terrorist that just got through the border.
Yeah,
they can't find him now. He got through and he's on video saying, "You don't know who I am, but you'll know who I am in a couple of weeks." And they had him locked up for like 10 years, and they let him go, and now he came through the Mexico border.
Sounds like
the country.
Spider-Man should go after him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's no way to separate those people from the families that are just trying to make a better life.
And what do you do? What do you do if they have? Because they're always running numbers. The FBI is always running numbers on the illegals coming through, and they said it's about 10 to 15% of actual people looking for asylum, and the rest is all terrorists, Chinese nationals.
Listen, I don't know. Those numbers seem very low.
Inflated?
To me. Yeah, low. That it's a fact that it's only a small amount that are coming here for.
Can I ask
refuge.
you why you feel that way?
because I
Is it-
just think the logic because you have. I'm not saying all of the people who are coming in are suffering,
Right.
but they do want a better life. It's certainly better than living criminal run Mexico.
I agree. I just think that I know for me, especially over this past year, because I have family members that work on the border. It's been a lot. What they'll say.
What a coincidence! You have family who works on the border and who have crossed the border at the same time.
And he is always says it's interesting for him to come home and watch TV and news because the photos that they show you are always families, women, and he's like, that's such a little group of what he sees. Yeah.
I've seen that it's a lot of military-aged men.
Yes, yeah.
If you go like deep inside and you don't just watch the mainstream news and you're on Reddit and stuff like that, it's.
But you also have to understand that if it is a family, it's easier for the guy to come over here, get settled, than bring the family over.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you live in Mexico and you have a crime committed against you, and then you get into the U.S. and then you get over here and that same person's there and they commit another crime against you, and you're like, you're over here too? How did you get here?
Why are you doing this?
The U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday declined to halt the execution of Alabama death row inmate Kenneth Smith, who is scheduled to be put to death this week using nitrogen gas.
Ooh.
Is this the guy who? Is this his third attempt?
Yes, yeah. So he is scheduled to be put to death using nitrogen gas, a wholly new method some experts have decreed as veiled in secrecy amid concerns it could lead to excessive pain or even torture. Smith is due to be executed during a 30-hour window starting today for his part in 1988 murder for hire. The state 14 months ago aborted an effort to execute him by lethal injection because officials could not set an intravenous line before the execution.
Couldn't get his veins. They couldn't tap him.
And the warrant expired, and they're like, well, we can't do it. We're out of time. So now they have a 30-hour window to kill him with using nitrogen gas.
All right.
This guy won't die.
For
This is the third time they try to get him, and he won't die.
And you wonder what is his thing. Is Kenneth Smith like, yes, I want to be, because some of those people are like, yeah, just kill me. Just
I
put me
don't
to
know.
death.
This guy, he was a murder for hire, so it wasn't like he was a psychopath or a danger. He was doing a job.
But also, if you're in prison and it's not going well for you, and you know that you have to spend the rest of your life, or you just take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Not that nitrogen's the easy way out. I don't know how that works. They're saying that it could be, torture and excessive pain and stuff. But
What way would you rather go?
Oof, I don't want to.
I know.
I would do lethal injection, I think.
But why though? You don't know. I mean, you don't know what it does to you.
I know. And some people say it burns real bad.
Yeah.
Maybe firing squad.
Oh no,
No.
even that. Because what if it just? Because like you've heard of people trying to do that themselves and they survive.
That's a slow death.
Yeah. Well, firing squad is expert marksmen, and they put up 10 guys or whatever, and they
They
get
aim
them
for
all.
the head, right?
No, they aim for the heart.
Oh, really?
And then one guy has a blank.
Yeah, but what
Can
if
you
it
just
nicks
do
it?
propofol, where you just go
I would
sleepy,
do that,
sleepy?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know if they're if I had a choice, I'd be like, put me to sleep and then do whatever you
Right.
do. Put me to sleep and then give me the firing squad.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could just rub my head until I fall asleep? Is that
So
possible?
I believe the way they do the firing squad, which is still legal in some states, is they line up the guys and then they give all of them except for one. The one guy gets a blank,
Right.
so that
No,
they never really
they
know.
all
No.
get blanks except for one
For
gets a
one,
live
right.
round.
And you don't know which one you are.
Are
There's
we
only
sure
one
of
bullet.
this?
That's what I've always heard.
You might be right, Calvin. I don't know. I just can't imagine that they would take the chance on one person, but I guess an expert.
But
marksman.
also, then you're having 9 people shoot one guy. I mean, I know one person shooting a guy isn't great, but 9 people would be. Oh,
And if-
it's excessive.
well,
and,
it would get
And
the
if-
job done
right.
And if
yeah,
you were
so-
gonna do that, why would you give one person a blank anyway? What if you
because
give them
nobody
all
knows-
bullets?
nobody knows
knows.
who really
Yeah.
did it.
But that's what
So-
I'm saying. That's why only one gets a bullet, the rest gets the blank. Because if only one has a blank,
According
You
to
still wouldn't know.
crimemuseum.org, 5 or more soldiers line up side by side several feet away, and each one aims their firearm directly at the prisoner's heart. Upon hearing a cue called out by a senior official, all the shooters fire simultaneously. In most cases, the prisoner will be blindfolded when they are placed before the firing squad.
Oh.
So they all have live rounds.
Well, that's
Well,
not
yeah.
in the U.S. though. Is that in the U.S.?
that's what it says.
That's the French Foreign Legion.
you said.
maybe.
You said soldiers, didn't you?
Yeah, 5 or more soldiers.
Yeah, we're not killing people with our military
Look for
in the U.S. Well,
look for
Not on the up and up anyways.
how it works in the United States. How the
Sir.
firing squad works in the U.S. I thought it was one blank. This way, they all have deniability to say that they wasn't them. To clear their conscience.
says there's only 4 states that still allow it.
Yeah. And I only recall recently that one person asked for it.
Yeah, that was in South Carolina. Richard Bernard Moore in 2022.
Guys, like, I don't like needles. Just shoot me in the heart. You and 5 of your friends.
This doesn't make any sense.
What does that say? You can fire back.
This says, so the inmate will be strapped into a chair, a hood placed over his head. A small aim point will be placed over his heart by a member of the execution team. After the warden reads the execution order, the team will fire. After the shots, a doctor will examine the inmate.
That's the same thing I got. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about the blank bullet.
It doesn't say the caliber of the rifle, the volunteer shooters.
They shoot him with a 22, so it just rolls around inside.
No.
Mississippi, Oklahoma, Utah, and South Carolina also permit the method as an alternative to lethal injection.
Well,
So
to me, that's even better than
It says
the electric chair.
studies conclude that firing squad was one of the least painful methods.
You're out. You go out like that.
Yeah.
You blow that heart up. You're
what
done.
if you just do the Gene Simmons grenade in the mouth, pull the pin, boom?
Oh, that'd be pretty sweet.
I mean, you're
Right?
not going to feel that.
Nah.
I mean, you
You
will
would
for
think.
a second.
Yeah, maybe.
You'd feel your teeth rattle. That's the last thing you remember.
This year, at least some countries will have to say goodbye to Netflix basic subscription tier. The cheapest ways to watch Netflix without ads, while the streaming giant has already severed the $12 basic subscription tier for new or returning subscribers. Anybody who chose to keep paying their monthly fee to keep that lower price point will eventually find themselves forced to pay more or else go with the cheaper ad-based tier.
You're going to miss out on Raw. You're going to miss out on football games.
You're gonna get you.
We're back to having cable again.
Open your wallet.
And we are. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back to having cable again. They sucked you in, then they raised the price on everything, and now you're like, well, I might as well have had cable.
It's even worse. Like G was saying yesterday, when they introduced net neutrality, you're going to be charged like 3 or 4 times for the same thing that you're getting for free now. So
I don't like it at all.
That's when we shut everything down.
Yeah.
We
I
go,
got to tell you,
keep it.
2024 seems like the hot or not year. We got a lot of hot or nots.
Oh, good.
I have another hot or not for you guys right now. Listen to all the facts before you make your judgment. In Kentucky, a teaching aide who admitted to sexually assaulting multiple teenage boys made them I Love Hot Mom stickers and T-shirts. Ellen Phillips is 39 years old. She is facing charges in both federal and state courts. She's facing a minimum of 10 years in prison. She has pleaded guilty in federal court to 1 count of enticing a minor to engage in sexual conduct online while admitting to engaging in sexual activity with multiple minors at the same time. The mother of 2 from Danville, Kentucky, is now facing 5 counts of rape, 5 counts of sodomy, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Other charges have been dropped following her guilty federal plea. So she is 39 years old. She is a teacher's aide, so she's not a teacher, but she's still working with kids. She's making them T-shirts that says I love hot moms, and she's banging them and talking dirty to them online and doing all kind of stuff. She's from Kentucky. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Not hot. Definitive answer. No hot. Ellen's prove me wrong.
No hot. Okay. Gio?
Yeah, I agree with Mike. Also, Kentucky, not hot.
Yeah?
And listen, I've been to Kentucky. Don't let that fool you.
Nah.
There are some hotties in Kentucky.
A lot of fried chicken eating.
Spanish?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm going to go hot.
You
I
gonna say
feel
hot?
it in my heart.
All right.
That's not your
Carmen,
heart.
what do you think?
The rule is if it's a lady teacher banging little boys, she's hot.
But she's not a lady teacher.
The
She's a
aide.
teacher's aide.
Right.
I just want to
So-
clarify.
Yeah, she's a bored housewife who
Okay.
wants to get her hands on little boys.
Oh, so you're saying hot?
Yes.
All right, split down the middle. We've got Gio and Mike say not hot. Spanish and Carmen both say hot. Pap, show the first picture.
Oh, yeah, she's hot.
I can't
Oh.
take.
No, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, Carmen.
No.
did
Damn it,
All
y'all
hold
tricked
on,
me again.
Hold on.
That's a woman?
That's a woman. That's her.
That looks
Not
like Jeff
hot.
Richards.
Not hot.
Not hot.
Scroll down.
Come on, Joe.
Hot.
Hot?
Hot there.
Wait a second.
Right?
That's not the same
That
lady.
is the same lady. That's the same.
Ellen, what are you
Everybody-
doing?
Everybody's right.
Yeah.
She's hot. She's hot.
Hot,
She's
not hot. She's
We
hot,
both-
not hot.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me so early in the morning?
Isn't that crazy?
That's not the same
That is
lady.
the same lady, but she's
It's a draw.
her mugshot is horrendous.
A push.
What?
She looks like a dude, and then there she looks pretty good.
She looks like
So does
Michael
she wear-
Cera got fat.
I was going to say, does she wear like a wig?
No, she's got her hair all pulled back for the mugshot.
Ah.
What is going on there?
okay.
Woof. But like, look at her with the big boobs and the leather skirt and the blonde hair. She
Yeah.
looks good there. And then the other one, woof.
Wolf for real.
Yeah.
Buzz your girlfriend.
She looks like, hey, I'm here to clean out your gutters. What?
Does she know Barb?
How is that the same?
You don't.
Wow, that's pretty.
That's the same lady. You can tell. You can look at it.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can see her
tell.
face.
Yeah.
But it is. So this is our first hot, not hot.
hot, not hot.
Yeah, the first time from far away, you can't tell that her hair's up. It looks like it's shaved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that kind of threw me off. But yeah, okay.
Oh, rough.
I love hot moms.
Yeah, that is wild. Costco is now selling a 2-foot tall chocolate Easter bunny that weighs around 4.5 pounds.
Oh wow.
People are upset because it's hollow and it costs $64.
Oh yeah.
Here's a kid posing with it. Look how big that thing is.
Oh jeez.
It is
Wow.
giant, 2 foot tall.
People love to complain about stuff. I am getting more angry emails about wanting to have a monkey than I did when I used to say that you should throw all pit bulls in an empty pool and set it on fire.
By the way, you and me both.
Oh, yeah.
I sent Mike one that I got last night with this lady. Galvin, as an animal lover, you should tell Mike. And I go, you said you listen to the show. Listen closely. Every time he says it, I go, monkeys are terrible.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have it as a pet. It needs space. It needs,
Yeah.
other monkeys. And
You secretly want me to get it.
No,
though.
I
you
don't.
you want to play with it.
I don't.
You do. If I bring it in here and it just sit in my pocket, you're gonna be like, let me see a little.
How small of a monkey are you getting?
Tiny.
I don't think they make them that small.
Yeah, they do. They don't make them. They're born that way.
Yeah, but then they'll get bigger.
Not much.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I've never seen a monkey that fits in a little pocket.
Oh, you guys are missing out. I'll show you pictures.
Plus, they need to be able to socialize with other monkeys.
No, they don't.
Yeah, sure they do.
They're-
That's
Just
why-
like dogs.
and elephants.
They're in
elephants,
the human. They're in the related to the humans.
Mhm.
Being
No.
around us.
And
my
humans don't need
kids.
to socialize.
Yeah, but I'll socialize with the monkey. It'll socialize with me, and we'll be friends.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the internet that says monkeys are good pets.
Oh,
Right.
tons. There's so.
Nothing.
Don't listen to that, Michael.
I looked in the car about what kind of baby seat I can get for the monkey.
Oh, brother.
It's sitting in your pocket. Why do you need a car seat?
To be safe, Carmen. Jesus.
Yeah,
It's a monkey we're
Seatbelt.
talking about.
Come on,
Seatbelt
Carmen.
will crush it.
Protect your monkey.
Joe, I would like to say you're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, really?
Joe, everybody.
Also, today is opposite day.
Hey,
You
got
got it. Actually, so far you've been doing very well with
Thank
the Bo
you.
TV.
I appreciate
Yeah, today is opposite day, so you can burn all your friends. Hey, that looks good. Opposite day, then punch them right in the stuff. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield have a mutual interest. Just how much interest is yet to be determined when it comes to the money. Some people believe that Mayfield will likely get a Geno Smith style deal. That's 3 years, $75 million with a $40 million guarantee.
I would take that deal.
But CBS sports writer Joe Corey, who is a former NFL agent, he believes it could go higher. And he pointed out New Orleans Saints, Derek Carr, as a potential benchmark, which Gio has said before. Derek Carr, who isn't going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks, is making so much money.
Jimmy G. Garoppolo in the
Yeah.
Raiders, he has a similar contract to Derek Carr, was like $40 million a year.
Yeah,
Which is crazy. And they both had horrible seasons.
How about Brock Purdy? Still making what, 870,000?
Yeah, he's on his rookie contract.
How much bonus does he get if he goes to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl?
I'm
Yeah.
sure
I
it's a
hope.
lot.
I hope it's a lot.
Well, I hope Baker stays. I hope we're able to keep him. I think Jason Light is a genius when it comes to that stuff. So I think we'll find a way, especially since he wants to be here.
So we're down to 4 teams. Who do we think is in the Super Bowl? Are we going with the script and the NFL leaked it and going with that, or who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
Who is it now? It's the 49ers.
49ers and
Ravens.
Lions, Ravens
Oh.
against the Chiefs. That's the games that are happening. So who's going to
Ooh, Ravens Chiefs is going to be a good game.
did I make a mistake, Carmen, or what?
No, you were right. But I'm saying the prediction is it's going to end up being the 49ers versus the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
And the 49ers are going to win.
No,
Mm,
I think-
That's and I'll explain because it's the colors of the logo,
Right,
which came
right.
out months ago.
Yeah.
And they say the team that is represented the least is the one that wins. And there is less red than purple on the Super Bowl logo.
Yeah.
So therefore the 49ers are going to win.
I say the Chiefs are winning, and it is all due to Taylor Swift and Jason Kelsey.
Who do you want to win? I can tell you who I want to win. I want the Lions to win.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the Lions are a good story.
I feel it's a great storyline. I feel like they deserve it. It's been so long. You know, nobody really.
I don't know. We
They
almost
need
beat
it.
them.
The Chiefs, you're like, all right, Chiefs, you've been there enough. And
I don't want the 49ers to win.
49ers, I think, is fine too.
They've been there a couple times.
I like the
Sure they
Ravens.
have.
I like watching Lamar, so I don't really care.
I don't want the Ravens.
No, I know you hate the
Yeah.
Ravens. You know they're my team.
Mike's
Yeah.
favorite team.
Yeah, of course you want the
Mike-
Ravens so you can wear your shirt more.
I feel like the Ravens are very hard to beat because even the good teams they kick their ass, but you can never count on Mahomes, man. Like
That's a problem.
He's been there
Mahomes, Kelsey.
he's been there 6 times in the AFC Championship game. You can't count them out. It's
Yeah, he's 4 years old. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Wait, what?
I mean, it really.
listen, I hate that he's so good. It drives me insane, like how good he is. Pisses me off. Like it must be so much fun to be a Chiefs fan.
You know, I don't hate the Ravens. They're just in the same division as the Steelers, so that's always a rivalry for us
Yeah.
and stuff. But I'm never like that. I mean, we did beat them in the regular season, but you know, no big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. The fact that the Bucks lost to the Lions, I don't want the Lions to win.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that's why you would want the
Yeah.
Lions to win. That way you can say,
They were
oh,
the best.
yeah, that team beat us. So
Yeah, I can
You
see
know.
that. Like the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, 2 years ago, it was like, well, they knocked out the Bucks and they went on to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why they
Right.
lost. But I don't know.
Speaking of football, Jim Harbaugh is heading back to the NFL after accepting the head coaching job for the Los Angeles Chargers. The team announced it Wednesday night. ESPN reports that Harbaugh agreed to a 5-year deal with Los Angeles after 9 years at Michigan as the head coach, where he recently won a national title. Harbaugh is headed back to the West Coast to lead the Chargers, the team that went 5-12 during the 2023 regular season.
There's another Harbaugh.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
his brother.
Yeah,
Brother.
his brother. And where is he?
Coaches the Ravens.
So you got a Ravens. Yeah, on my team.
Yeah.
You got a Ravens and you got the Rams. This guy is getting paid. He's going to be in
Chargers.
Chargers. I'm so confused. He's in
I'm telling
California.
you,
He's getting paid. That's
And
a
you
good
get
life.
you get mad at ladies that like sports.
Yeah.
They're too loud. They're too loud.
I've been telling my buddy this. It's the year of the Harbaugh. You got both brothers. They're both going to win. He won the national championship in Michigan. Now you got the other Harbaugh brother going to win. And they're both on the sidelines. And
That
mom
would
and
be,
dad.
That would be wild.
Yeah, both your sons win their championships that year.
So one of them is taller than the other one because he wanted to play basketball. I watched a profile. I think it was HBO did a profile on them on Real Sports. And he said, I just willed myself to be taller because I wanted to play basketball. He goes,
I don't think.
Yeah, but it was so funny, Carmen, because he was just like, I would like hang from the bar and do this and that. And he goes, but then I just would think in my head that you got to be at least 6'2" or whatever,
Yeah.
however tall he is.
Manifest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been like, you got to get down to 185. It didn't seem to work.
The big rumor is that Michigan is going to have a ton of NCAA violations that are coming down
So
their
he's
way.
getting out early.
So he's getting the hell out. They won the championship, get the hell out, and then all the sanctions come down, and then that coach is
Gotcha.
screwed
Good
for
luck.
5 years.
How about this? Jon Stewart is heading back to The Daily Show. The comedian will return as host of the show each week on Monday, starting on February 12th. Stewart, who returns as the 2024 presidential election season heats up, will also executive produce the show and work with a rotating line of comedians who will helm the program the rest of the week, Tuesday through Thursday, but then he'll be there on Mondays. Do we find this good? Like, oh man, he's coming back and taking over the show that he brought to the thing? Or is it kind of sad that you're like, oh, Jon Stewart can't really do anything
no,
else?
I think it's good. I think that he is choosing to come back, so it's not like he needs the gig.
But he had that Apple show that kind of went nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, people are still learning how to find shows on network television. I think that Jon Stewart coming back for one day a week shows that he is genuinely doing it for the fun of it. And I think the fact that he is going to be, though, like another what's his name, Jimmy Kimmel, where he's just going to crap on Trump the whole time, is not going to make it very, but that's what they do.
Here's the problem, I think, with Jon Stewart is Jon Stewart, I thought, was decent on the Daily Show, and he made that huge. And,
I like him.
that's where pretty much everybody got their news, which he said, don't do that. Don't get your news just from me. But he also is now the gotcha guy. Oh, let me set up this guy about guns, and let me set up this person. Let me crap on Trump and do that. So it's like the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. We'll see how it works out.
Better him than Leslie, whatever her name is, Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey will make his first convention appearance next month at an event called Mad Monster Party in North Carolina. The
You know who else
convention.
is going there?
Who?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
That thing
really?
must be huge. Yeah.
Well, they said Kevin is, quote, one of the most sought after actors in the celebrity appearance space. I mean, with all the story and him being found not guilty and everything, and he's a great actor. He's been in a ton of stuff.
yeah,
So-
especially for those Comic-Con things. I mean, he was, wasn't he Lex Luthor?
Spacey make a comeback?
I think so. He's a great actor, and really all he's done is have gay sex.
And he apparently wasn't guilty of doing anything wrong.
So, but it's they found out he was gay and that he was, traipsing through the park in the morning trying to find dudes. And they, the one thing whether they thought he might did wrong, turns out he didn't. So why are we mad at him?
Dude, he is so good in Seven, and I love that he's great and everything. I remember back Wise Guys. Remember Wise Guys where he was in that? But he was so good in Seven, and I love that they didn't put his name in the credits at the beginning, so you didn't know whatever. And you don't know who it is. And then when he shows up in the police station and yells, "Detective!" like that, and you turn and you see it's you're like, "Oh my God!"
Dude, I love them in the movie 21. You ever seen that movie?
Great,
so good.
Yeah,
how he's all like, "Oh yeah," and then flips on the guy when he tries to get out of the deal.
And that's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Those MIT guys went in there and took Vegas for
such a good movie.
Yeah, American Beauty, Usual Suspects. He's great. He's a great actor.
Where he was the martyr. What was that? The death of something. He wound up killing himself, but he kill himself, and he was in jail, and the whole thing. Laura Linney was in it with him.
Oh.
It was some name. It was the something of David Chastain. David Gale. Yeah, that was a good movie too. That was really interesting. It was one of those twists.
Yeah, I say he definitely makes a comeback. And Alec Baldwin is asking for a speedy trial and all that stuff, and he's still going. He's still doing the Comic-Con appearance.
But also, you got to think of Alec Baldwin. He's like, yeah, all right, you've tried it like 9 times. Can we get this over with and do a speedy trial and get it done? I don't know. David Lee Roth is trying to make people hate him, I guess. David Lee Roth posted a YouTube video yesterday going after Wolfgang Van Halen about things that happened on the final Van Halen tour, which, of course, we all are concerned with that happened how many years ago, So David Lee Roth is out there putting out videos. Here is some audio of it, and he has wacky music behind it. Dave's lost his mind. Take a listen to this.
My name is Dave Roth, and I'm interviewing a very special guest this evening, our Lord and Savior, Mr. Jesus Christ. Mr. Christ. Welcome. Kid.
Likewise.
We're told
Carmen.
you have a...
Hold on. I must have sent you the wrong thing.
Okay, that was the YouTube link that was on.
No. I'm sorry. The audio is in the T drive.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to hear him interview Jesus Christ.
I opened the story and there was a link that you had posted.
Yeah, my bad. That was just in the story. Yeah, the audio is in the T drive there.
Gotcha.
It's crazy to me that he replaced Howard Stern on like 300 radio stations.
They tried something.
There you go.
This kid, he's complaining the entire tour like I'm not paying enough attention to him on stage. I'm giving him the best, everything I've got in front of 20, 30,000 people at a clip, and he's complaining.
Dave's not paying enough attention to me.
Cut to New York City, 20,000 of my closest friends. I walk out into the middle of the stage, and I'm going to do Ice Cream Man, and what I don't know is this kid has commandeered a couple of monkeys to go in back behind my back and throw out these 2 great dames that I invited to be my guests to the show. And these dames are in their 40s, okay? Business women. In fact, you aren't going to believe this. What he doesn't know is that these 2 dames work for the accounting firm that represent him, not me. And he throws them out of the building. He's teaching me a lesson. What this kid doesn't know, they're carrying the paychecks for all 82 people on the road crew.
Who's she talking about?
Wolfgang? Yeah, he was
kicked out.
Yeah, he was saying though Wolfgang was complaining to everybody that David Lee Roth wasn't paying enough attention to him, and then David Lee Roth had 2 ladies on the stage, dames as he calls them, and Wolfgang told security to get them out of there, and they had the paychecks for everyone. I don't know. He's lost his mind.
What's with the music and stuff?
Yeah, I know.
It goes along with it perfect with his lunatic.
Yeah, he's nuts.
These 2 dames are up on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Joe likes that. Joe talks the same way.
Yeah, but Joe, it's more authentic.
The Coachella Festival is experiencing the slowest ticket sales in 10 years. Passes are still available for both weekends, which in previous years sold out minutes. So the fact
I don't know
that they're
anybody
still
that's there. Do you?
Coachella, I think we said what the lineup is, but I don't know. I mean, they always have big names, but I guess whether it's people that they want to see or not.
Yeah.
Danny Masterson has been denied bail pending the appeal of his rape conviction. He is currently serving a 30-year sentence.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Will he make a comeback?
No, he's done. He'll be there for at least 20 years, and he's got to be in his 50s now, right? Or like close 40 something.
Yeah, I would say late 40s probably.
He's done.
Yeah.
Weren't they making like a spin-off, that 90s show or
They
something?
did.
Yeah, they
Okay.
did.
And I think it failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was only supposed to be one season.
Oh,
Like it
okay.
wasn't supposed to be recurring.
Was any of the cast, like the original
Yeah.
cast in it? Oh, okay.
They all came back except for him, I'm pretty sure.
Singer Melanie passed away at age 76. Do you know Melanie? Who knows Melanie?
I know Mel. I know who she is, but I don't know what she sang.
You do, though.
I know. I can't remember.
Are you ready for this? Earworm?
Uh-huh.
Put in Melanie, brand new key. Yeah, you know that. You'll
new
know it
key.
you'll know it as soon as you hear it. You'll be like, oh my God, especially the chorus. But this is a good earworm for you for the rest of the day. She passed away at the age of 76.
Of course, this thing isn't working.
Melanie, just one name.
Melanie, yeah.
Like Prince.
Melanie.
Like
Yes.
McLovin.
You could just put in brand new key and I'm sure it'll come up.
My search thing isn't working.
Carmen, do you have Spotify there?
I gotta open it.
Why'd you turn into Paris Hilton?
It's hot. Put it in the other room.
Okay, Melanie.
Brand new key. Sorry, I should have given you guys a heads up on this, but
Well, I don't know why this thing all of a sudden just decided to stop working.
Melanie,
got
we
it.
hardly knew you.
Carmen's got it. Good.
All right.
Give it time, Gio.
This is it?
Yeah.
I do know the song.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night.
I don't know this.
You
It's
know
song.
been a movie
you
before.
100% know this whenever it hits the chorus.
You know how I know this? It's in the Jackass movie.
Yep.
When Ryan Dunn's on the giant bicycle.
It's also in Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roller Girl.
You got something I need.
Here you go. Listen to this.
I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
Okay, I do
You
know
got a
that.
brand new key. I think that we should get
This is the same music David Lee Roth used in the.
These
No.
two names on the stage.
All right, there you go. She had a brand new key and another song, "Lay Down Candles in the Rain."
Is she talking about cocaine? Brand new key? Is that the thing?
No, for her roller skates. The roller
I
skates.
didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I
I didn't know they had a
I would
key.
imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything in the 70s was cocaine.
Damn right.
Finally, news, Match.com dropped its annual Singles in America study that looked at the state of dating in 2024. Spanish, how is it out there?
I got to tell you, it's good for us older folk. I don't know how it is for the younger people.
Well, the stat everyone's talking about this time is 31% of singles have explored consensual non-monogamy, aka you get to sleep around. Only 49% said a traditional two-person relationship is their ideal scenario right now. That said, 79% of singles and 83% of Gen Zers think that they can still have a lifelong marriage.
Yeah.
So the institution isn't totally dead to them. Here are some of the other ones. Monogamish. Monogamish.
That's
I
what
don't
I
like
like
it.
to be.
Yeah.
I like to be monogamish.
So
I love my wife. I don't want to leave her, but I like to just every once in a while make out with another
Yeah,
girl.
not totally open, but
Yeah.
sometimes you get to get it on with
Yeah.
other people.
Not her, though.
Yeah,
Not
just
Not
you.
her, yeah.
just you.
Totally
Poly-
not fair, but I don't.
polyamory,
Nope.
where
not for
you
me.
your relationship involves 3 people
Oh.
or more.
Also, down with that, if that other person is a woman and we all live together.
Hmm.
Me,
And she
my
does
wife,
chores.
Yeah.
me and my wife and JoJo, or me and my wife and Soph.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I'll take any of those 3.
Open relationships, a committed primary relationship that openly allows romantic or sexual activity with others.
Nope.
Don't do it.
It's
Uh,
not fun if you're
no.
allowed to.
It's
Mhm.
a trap.
Swinging,
Nope.
you both go out and look for the other sexual partners together.
I call that double murder. There's no way that's happening.
Really?
I love. They have a.
Oh, they're gonna be like, I love swinging.
Oh no, they have Jeff Bezos and his wife, and they're like in a golf cart, and she's like sitting on him front way, like facing
Yeah.
him, and they're staring at the camera, and underneath it says, "My wife thinks you have a cool vibe. You should come back to our room."
Oh, no.
Totally. A couple more stats on dating. Not everyone wants sex. 21% of singles said they don't want a sexual relationship right now.
Ooh.
Queer.
Queer is one to sex.
No, that's right. 1 in 7 online daters are using AI. 43% of them have used it to write their dating profile, and 37% have used it to write their first text to someone. Weird. That's really weird.
My-
man.
That's the future.
I can't imagine my dating profile would say.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to date a high school gym teacher, I'm your guy. Without the athleticism.
It's going to be weird in the dating world is just AI talking to other AI
Oh,
for
yeah.
their person. You know what I mean?
Remember I was saying about that movie
yeah.
where
Oh,
they
robots.
where they
Yeah.
have the clones and the clones fall
Yeah.
in love and do that whole thing.
Did you see the Chat GPT phones talking to each other
Yeah.
about how the best way to end the world?
Yeah.
And they were like, why don't we just manipulate the weather? Why don't we have the sun? Why don't we do this? Why don't we kill the food sources?
And look what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're saying how eventually you could be able to set up your phone to answer your text messages for you while you're not there because
Right.
it knows what you would say.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So I would like text Mike and he'd have his phone set on AI and it would just automatically respond
No.
and the conversation would
way.
go on based on what you would say anyways.
Mike, your profile. Do you like monkeys? So do I.
Yeah.
We should get together and
Touch my money.
Sure.
Yeah,
Why
well,
not?
have a banana daiquiri.
Also, I like to pickle stuff. So bring anything over you
I
want
like
to
to
get
say I like to say that I pickle.
he pickles. He
Wait, wait.
pickles.
I'm a questionable
lo-
pickler.
Do you love to lie? Me too. Maybe.
Can you tolerate
You love
exaggerated
to-
truths?
For a second year in a row, money was voted the top obstacle for dating. 73% of singles say being financially stable is a top quality that they look for.
Over height.
No one wants to take care
Listen,
of the other one.
You can stand on your stack of money.
That's
They're
what I'm
fine
saying.
with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, all
So if you have millions of dollars, they're like, yeah, you might be 5'4". How tall are you?
He's tall.
I'm like
5'3".
5 foot.
5'3".
Yeah. Something like that.
But he's got, $40 million.
Yeah,
So okay,
yeah.
no big deal.
You know what though? Can I tell you what I think about that? Is that I think women and guys, but say a woman will fall in love with a guy who's not so attractive, but he's got a great personality and she really loves him. And then when you find out he's got money, that people just assume it's because of that, and you go, oh yeah, it's just because of my, and people are like, well, it's okay because you. But I think that people really do fall for ugly people, and they use the money as an excuse almost to say, well, he's rich.
Oh, he's rich. Yeah. I know. I've noticed, especially now, back in the dating world again, it's more men that comment on height than women, and they're probably talking about it
they're
behind.
talking about behind your back.
Probably, yeah. But
It's
always,
actually talking about it above your head.
You don't hear it down there.
Yep. Yep.
I was absolutely amazed. I knew a guy who was, decent looking guy, totally normal, thin guy, and he went out with this fat girl, and the fat girl was really nice.
Yeah.
She was like super cool and super nice, but she was a very fat girl. And I was like, I guess he's just into fat girls, maybe, or whatever, whatever the deal is. They broke up. They were together for years. They broke up. His next girlfriend was a smoke show. And I'm like, so what? How?
Yeah, he just liked her.
Yeah.
I say this to my wife all the time.
No, I know. I'm not like, saying, oh, you can't like that girl. She was great. I love her. She was super nice. But it was just weird. I thought maybe that was his type. You know what I mean?
I showed a picture to Amanda of somebody's girlfriend, and I go, look at this guy. He goes out with this girl. And she's like, so? I go, ooh, look at her. And she goes, so what? He's no treat either. I go, it doesn't matter. He's in a position where he can get a much hotter girl than that.
Yeah.
And
But
she's
if
like,
you-
maybe he loves her. And I go, it's possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
Looks don't matter. Sometimes I look for stuff like, oh, darn it.
You tried to make us deaf and it didn't work out. You wrote me in though.
I need dough. Cash. This hour's phone bonus keyword is party. Party. Head over to the free.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh my God.
double
That is
screwed.
As if there wasn't enough problems with this contest. You're screwing it up for everybody. What is
Do
the
you
word?
have the right one? Because I have it here.
I do have it. Today's word is day.
Day.
Day. D-A-Y. That is for right now, the 8 o'clock phone bonus keyword.
You're saying gay.
No.
Oh.
Day.
Day.
Bay.
D-A-Y.
D as in what?
D as in David.
D as in dog.
Tampa Bay.
No.
A-
Oh.
D as in these nuts.
You guys,
No.
people are gonna freak
I know, you guys-
out. You're messing with people's money.
Yes, stop it.
This is Carmen's fault.
Carmen
Yeah,
already
way to
messed
go,
it up.
Carmen.
Now you're
I-
adding to it.
It is. Listen, I messed it up. I admit it. I suck.
What
I
do you
quit.
say?
I quit. You
I
can't
just quit. I quit.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's what's happened. You make a
Don't do it,
mistake.
Carmen.
You make a mistake. You quit.
Nope.
All right.
See,
so
Joe?
No.
There you go. The bone bonus keyword for 8 o'clock is day. Like, I hope Carmen has a better day.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Like
Me
keep your
too.
day job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes you
Get a
make
new day job.
Sometimes you make a mistake and you quit.
Yeah.
Sometimes making the mistake is quitting a hobby.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
Oh.
that's a mistake.
Life.
Comedian Jeff Richards is here in the studio with us, and we're very happy to have you back, which none of us seem to remember the first time very well. I'm telling you, I know that you were on the show because I remember the stuff that we talked about, but it was a long, long time ago.
If he was, I think it was before me because I'm a fan of Jeff.
No,
and-
because you told me he was on both shows on Mad TV and Saturday Night Live. I was unaware of that.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Jeff
how are you,
doesn't
buddy?
remember.
Oh, your mic's not on. There you go. How's that? Your mic's still not on. What do we do, Spanish? Hold on.
Did you put it in something else?
Yeah, try now.
Hello?
There we go.
Ah,
Sorry
all right.
about that. Jeff doesn't remember. We don't remember, but it's great to have you back on. I'm the only one who remembers, but sometimes I dream stuff, so it doesn't matter. You want to know something really funny? I was looking at some stuff online this morning and about your career, and there was a question that said, "What ever happened to Jeff Richards?" And I went, "Oh my God, what happened?" Jeff Richards retired from acting and moved to San Bernardino County, where he lived in a trailer park and collected disability for the remainder of his life. There's another actor named Jeff Richards. Yeah. That's some very sad confusion to have.
Could have been the baseball player.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's probably common. Yes, Carmen.
His mic is still not coming through.
What?
On this end.
How about now?
Hello?
There you go.
All right, sorry. I have fat fingers and I hit two buttons at once. Well, anyway, it's great to have you back here. Yeah, what is the deal? You lived here? I remember at some point, I think you moved here or you were staying here for a little while?
No, I was. Was that when we were talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you don't remember anything.
No, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to move here, and then I didn't. I ended up moving to Portland, Oregon.
Why? What are you searching for?
I don't know what I'm searching for,
Yeah.
but I guess the weather kind of got to me.
It's as a fat guy, I feel like this is the absolute worst place to live. I love everything about it except the stressful heat for 10 months out of the year. I'm loving it right now because you get a little break every once in a while. But I know in about another 30 days, it's going to be humid for the next 10 months. That's the worst part about living here.
Yeah. This is a great house, though. Jeez.
Well, the house isn't bad. But that's the thing. I'm very content inside. I'm the only one who loved COVID. This is the best thing that ever happened.
I did
to me.
too.
You did?
I did kind of. I didn't. I mean, I loved. A lot more napping and
no one expected you to do anything. You can be lazy in COVID because everybody was.
Yeah.
So it worked out. And it was just really weird because during COVID, I lost a bunch of weight and everybody else was gaining weight and trying desperately to find weights to lift and all that stuff. And I lost weight and then COVID got finished and then I got fatter again. So it doesn't make any sense in my life.
Why do you think that was with?
Because I started a diet and working out right before COVID hit and I was really into it. And I didn't want to break it, so I kept going, and I was doing really good. And then once I got comfortable and doing nothing, and my wife's riding Pelotons and doing all that stuff, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. We live in the house now. I'm just gonna go out there and sit in my pool. Nobody's coming over. Germs in the air. We're fine here."
That's how I kind of was with because I started my podcast right before the pandemic.
Yeah,
and it wasn't gonna be video at all. I was gonna do video.
You were just gonna do a regular audio podcast.
Yeah, just audio, just get it done, get it out.
Yeah.
And then with the Zoom stuff, I'm like, well, you could do, because Zoom, with the deep fake, you can't move your head too far left or right.
Well, I gotta explain to everybody what you do. It is beyond amazing. And I was watching some of it this morning. So deep fake podcast is Jeff pretending to be another character, but it gives you the visual of whoever you're trying to be. So like I watched Harlan Williams interview Harlan Williams today. And
that was buddy, it's good to be here. I really enjoyed your bathroom. It's got the best sink.
He's great. And he's the right amount of weird that he's perfect. And you interviewing him as him is even funnier.
Why don't you take a pair of leotards and throw them up over your shoulders and then take a hike to San Bernardino?
That's his deal, dude. He's nuts. So how did you start doing? First of all, I had a hard time just doing Zoom. How did you do the whole deepfake thing? Like, is it easier to do than I'm expecting, or did somebody set you up, or how do you do that?
I called a guy named Scott Welsh, who's really great at deepfakes,
right?
And just said, let's do a collaboration. And then we did Patrick Bateman.
I saw that from American Psycho.
But the first one we did was just me to camera, just talking.
Right.
And then I got him to help me do these deep fakes.
How hard is it to do?
How hard is it to do?
Like,
I don't even
technologically.
I don't even really know.
You just hit buttons.
I don't do it. Yeah, I don't do it. No, it's now it's my friend Two Crows Thomas that does it, and he, he's amazing. I don't know what he does. I really don't know what it is, but it's basically an overlay of the person's face on your face.
Right.
And
so you actually have to wear. I saw you doing the Bateman thing. You actually put on a tie and all that to do the bit. Yeah. So they do the overlay on the face, and then the mouth and the eyes and stuff will move with you. And it is watching a celebrity say the most ridiculous things. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Favorite one
that I've done?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did Hannibal Lecter with Sherry O'Terry.
I love Busey. Busey's the
Well,
best.
it's funny because you said it's celebrities saying crazy things and stuff, and I think that's probably the one that blew up the most because I think a lot of people thought that was Gary Busey because you do such a good Busey and he says that crazy stuff.
Believable, yeah. And you hadn't seen him for such amount of time,
Right. I think I'll be honest. I think the first time I saw it, I was like, "This is not Gary Busey." Like, it took me a second to realize what I was watching because it came up in my algorithm, and then when I realized what it is, you realize how brilliant it is. Gary Busey talking about his buttered sausage is one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Where does it come from? What does it do? Get it out of my face. Butter. I don't buy jam. I buy honey and I kiss it on the lips.
It's great. So now, anybody ever complain about that stuff? Like
just Gary Busey.
Oh, he did. He does.
Yeah, I saw him at the Comedy Store not super long ago. And I said, "Hey, Gary, can I get an autograph?" And he saw me. He goes, "No."
Take a high, buddy. I don't need your circumstance and popping stance.
And he's always doing those Buseyisms.
Yeah.
Buseyisms. Canada.
And
he fades out. I'll tell you, that show you remember that reality show they had with him and that weird kid?
I'm with Busey. Yeah.
Oh, that was genius. I wish they would do more. We used to talk to Regis every once in a while, and Regis was talking about possibly retiring, and I'd go, Regis, if you move down here, we need to film a TV show called My Best Friend Regis, and I just take you out to do all the bad stuff that I do.
Yeah.
And we'll go shooting, we'll go to strip clubs, we'll do all this stuff. And Regis is like, I like it. But of course he died and never happened. But I would watch more of those shows, regular person with famous person.
Yeah.
Like now I want to do my new goal is Oprah. Me and Oprah would have a ball together.
Yeah. See,
Oprah, I guarantee you I do things Oprah never even thought about doing.
Right.
And they're common man stuff. But Oprah's never went and fired shotguns at a gun range. She'd have a ball doing that.
She would.
Well, I don't know. Jeff Richards is here. Jeff was on Saturday Night Live and Mad TV. Which was first?
Mad TV.
Mad TV, the more creative and funnier one, I think, took the mold of Saturday Night Live and really turned it into something really well. I don't know where it how it didn't overtake everything, but how do you? So they don't have a chip on your shoulder when you go from Mad TV to SNL. They don't look down on that. They thought that was good for you.
They didn't know. Well, Lauren didn't know. Lauren didn't know. They didn't tell him till after I auditioned and came to meet him.
Right.
And they told him so. Yeah, I thought he would have probably been. Yeah, he would have not wanted that probably.
What is the process? Can you tell us? I always enjoy hearing people tell us about their Saturday Night Live auditions.
Oh yeah. So yeah, just basically got in a car accident, was on the freeway, got in a car accident, and as soon as I pulled back on the road, I got a phone call. So of course I answered.
Right.
And my manager was like, "You're gonna audition for SNL in 2 weeks."
Wow.
And I said, "No, I'm not ready. I want to wait." And he says, "It's like the final audition. Like you go to New York and."
Oh wow.
So I was like, yeah, I guess so for sure.
Did you ever think you'd be in a position to get a phone call that said you're auditioning for Saturday Night Live in 2 weeks, and you go, "Nah, I think I'm gonna wait." Like most people are like, "Are you kidding?"
Well, I was just scared, probably,
Yeah.
But I'd already done Mad TV, so I was like, being able to even audition was like.
Who was on Mad TV when you were
on? Ari Spears, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, there's something about him that is scary to me. Like he seems like
he knows something you don't know.
Yeah. I don't know him at all. If I woke up tomorrow and TMZ said Michael McDonald arrested, bodies of dead children in his basement, I would go, yeah, that's the guy. I always just looked like he would do that.
Stewart?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know him. He's probably a nice guy and all.
No,
that.
he's a nice guy for sure.
But he has that look about him. And then, okay, Ari Spears, also another lunatic. Ari Spears left the radio interview. The guy talked about him on the radio and went back and beat the guy up.
Really?
Yeah, friend of mine in Miami. They left, and we talked crap about Ari Spears, but we know to say it to his face when he's here because we don't want him to have to come back and fight us.
Because he cannot throw
a baseball. I've never seen a grown man, especially a black man, less athletic than Ari Spears is. Nice guy, though. Great impressions.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
By the way, Aries was we wanted to do a deep fake on the show, but he wanted to do I can't even remember his name. It's terrible. From Sopranos,
Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini.
Yeah,
he does it. To see that voice come out of his face is hilarious.
But we couldn't do it with the deep fake
because he's black.
Yeah, you couldn't make them all white.
Okay,
it was like because it was just
deepfake's racist.
Yeah, deepfake is racist.
He should do a character,
Probably
Black
do it
Tony
anyway,
Soprano.
Yeah, it'd be great if you could. I mean, because the problem is with the deep fake, it's like all the images, the high def images of the person, those are what's used.
Right.
So it's all as many as those are out there.
Okay.
So it's and then you think there'd be a million of him,
right?
But then there's not
No.
necessarily a million of him.
That's interesting. All right, so back to your SNL thing. You got 2 weeks to do it. What do they tell you to prepare?
Just 5 minutes.
5 minutes of stand up.
5 minutes of
Impressions.
yeah.
Okay. And what'd you roll in with? What were you most proud of?
Oh, I don't know. Letterman. I did Letterman.
You did Letterman.
Nice, good to have you here. You would hope at some point, I don't know when, at some point, I could get another cup of coffee.
That's pretty good. Did you ever hear the evil David Letterman?
Yeah.
From Stern Show? That guy got a hold of us and would leave me weird voicemails, and it is just unbelievable how much he sounds like him. Like just in a casual, oh hey Mike, listening from Chicago, and he would just do it, and it's so weird how much he sounded like him. It was amazing.
Letterman's a great one because he's such a great conversationalist. So you can say kind of anything, like you would hope. And this is the basic. So I don't know. Well, and then the guy says to me, "Do you want a crescent roll?"
To this day, I still, even with my kids, if I'm helping them with their homework, and I go, all right, let me look at this, and I go, Z, that's all Letterman. That's all from watching them. Zoopity-dippity-doo. Anytime I pause and I sing, it's all from watching that show.
Yeah.
All right. So you do, and they love you right away. Is it like they say where you don't hear any emotion, you don't hear any laughter?
I did hear a few laughs.
You did.
There's like 8 people out there.
Okay.
It's like Tina Fey, Lorne Michaels, Paul Pell, Steve Higgins. Yeah. So I did hear a little bit. So I was standing there, I finished, and no one said anything to me. So I just said, okay, see you later. And I just thought, well, I should just leave. You know?
Right.
So I started to leave, and then Lauren stopped me and shook my hand and said, good job.
That's got to be a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after you get that, when you leave that, like you have the best dinner that night and call your friends and be like, I Lauren shook my hand.
Yeah. I was just like, that was enough.
Yeah.
In a way. I mean, I really wanted it, but that was like, I did all I could do.
Yeah.
But did they confirm that you got the job? Because that's what I always hear is that people are like, they're like, hey, good job, whatever. And then you just, okay, did I get it or what is going on? And kind of leave you hanging.
Left me hanging, except for the handshake. I thought, well, that's a pretty good, good thing. You probably don't do that all the time.
And when do they let you know that you got it?
Well, then you fly to New York again, like a week later to meet Lauren. So, and then even when I met him, I didn't know. I was like, I said, I thought I'd ask him a question to see if so he's like, so what do your parents do, or where, And then I just said, so, am I going to get my own computer? And he goes, yeah.
Did he get that you were being funny, or did he just, because he seems like such an odd guy?
I mean, he must have known I was probing for an answer.
That's great. That is great, man. And did you love going there? Like, I remember when I worked at the radio station when I was a kid for the first time, I used to say, I would do this for free. I would come in here every day just to be in this building and do it. And I'd been on Saturday Night Live set a couple of times, and just the magic that's there, you feel it. I mean, that's got to be awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was really good.
What years, like, what did you, like, who were your office mates and that kind of stuff?
Slovin and Allen, Eric Slovin.
Okay.
Leo Allen. Was my first 2 years. Oh, Max Brooks was my first roommate.
Right.
Mel Brooks' son.
Oh, wow.
And then
is he funny or is he there because he's Mel Brooks' son?
He's funny. It's just he was a little different than the show. He's writes books more than sketches, but a good guy. And then I had my own office the third year.
And who is doing news this time? This is how I can try to figure out in my head where I was.
Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, so you were there for
Jimmy Fallon, Hey, it's the most incredible thing in the whole world. I can't believe I'm here. All right.
I love it. Do you know who do you want to do? Like, how I feel like when you do the deep fake, the voice doesn't have to be that, as long as you get the gist of who you're doing.
Right.
Anybody you're working on that you can't get or that you're trying to work on?
To do a Jordan Peterson.
Oh, yeah. I watched your Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Yeah. So
he goes, what are you going to do? He goes, I want to eat meat.
But that's can I swear or no?
No.
No swearing.
No swearing.
Because I can't go to the bathroom because I eat meat. But then I can't go again. But then I eat more meat.
Now, if I end up getting too personal, but if you do these things, and are we monetizing this? Is it working out well, or
just in the last year I started to monetize a little bit. But yeah, just trying to get the subscribers and build it up, because I never really did much to my YouTube up until 3 years ago.
That's what we just started revamping our YouTube too, just because we do a video component on this show along with the radio. And I'm like, I got enough to worry about, let alone YouTube. So I have somebody else doing that now. So hopefully we can get up to speed. But yeah, that seems to be where the action's at. And then I remember in the beginning, Harlan Williams was the first person I told. He was talking about his podcast, and I go, how long have you been doing this podcast? He's like, oh, like 3 years. And I go, you making money off it? He goes, no. I go, then why are you doing it? I go, it's a waste of time. And he goes, will you listen to it and tell me if it's good? And I go, yeah, I'll be totally honest with you. I'll tell you if you should stop or keep going. And I listened to it and I laughed through the whole thing. And I went, no, you got to keep doing it. This is great.
Well, you talking about the Harlan Highway, the first one where he's on his own?
Yes.
And now he does guests.
Right. But the first one on his own was, I didn't expect him to be as honest as he was, because he was talking about, it was like a racial shooting. It was a shooting of racial tension. And he was very honest with his answers, which a lot of times with celebrities, it's hard to do. And then at the end, he's like, okay, it's the end of the show, and let's bring the characters in. And he started talking like a bird and all this stuff. Like I just went from this guy starting a race war to now talking about like a bird. And he's like, oh, it's such a great show.
Really smart about his comedy. He slides things in, and you go see his shows. He does crowd work. He's seamless.
Yeah.
He's just a great, funny guy.
He's good, and his stuff with you on the deep fakes is the best. All right, so what's the best place for people to watch it on? YouTube, Instagram? I see it on Instagram, but that's probably not helping you.
YouTube, Instagram's good if you follow me, the Jeff Richards. But the YouTube is the one where you get the long ones, because I do these. Some of them are like 30-40 minutes long, like the Busey's 40 minutes. Which I just did recently with Trump, John D. Domenico, so that's pretty much it. The YouTube and that's pretty much it.
What is it, Jeff? Just search Jeff Richards.
The Jeff Richards Show.
Jeff Richards Show. Okay. And what are you doing outside of that? What else are you working on? Anything?
I did a couple movies last year. One I had the lead in. That's going to come out this year.
What is that?
It's called Pay to Die.
Uh-huh.
It's a horror comedy movie.
Nice.
From Sean C. Phillips and Lauren and Francesca. So just waiting for that to come out.
Do you and money wise, can you just chill out and do things one at a time? That's so great, man. If I was living in New York and I was on Saturday Night Live, I would have spent all that money in the first year. I would have been like, I'm gonna be here forever.
Yeah, that's how it is.
How did you leave? Did you get fired, or did you quit, or did you just run out of time?
Yeah, fired.
Pretty much. But what do they say? Do they go?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I really didn't know how to write, and I should have made more of an effort to learn how to write sketches.
Right.
Because that's really what a lot of it boils down to.
So you have to write your own.
You better be able to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I got put in a lot of things because I could do, impressions. I could do like
Yeah,
but
but
throw an impression in there, but like to
But like
drive
Dennis Miller did the news, so he didn't really expect him to do it. He was like, I wasn't on the skits because I wasn't there for that. I was there to do the news. So if you got to get an impression guy, that's kind of like the guy who does Biden is the guy who does Biden.
Right. But with like, and that's kind of what I was thinking.
Right.
It was like,
Boy,
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, hey, come on, I can learn these and stuff. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Daryl Hammond, that role.
Right.
But I should have just got more ambitious and worked probably a lot harder. But
yeah, I've heard David Spade talk about it, and he said he was like a middle act at the time whenever he got it, and he goes, I just did stand up. I never did sketches, and they just gave me a legal pad and said, and here, go write stuff. And he's like, nobody helps you. Nobody tells you what to do.
That's got to be a weird environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to observe one day, just watch a day in the life of that Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. It's just the best and it's just the worst sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's no other way to put it.
So Ralphie May was a comedian who was a good friend of ours, and I'd be hanging out with Ralphie, and he'd have to do a show later. And one day I looked at him and I go, do you ever get nervous like the day of the show? And he looked at me, he goes, do you ever get nervous when you're about to do your radio show? I go, no. He goes, of course not. He goes, I get excited, but I'm not nervous about it. And I thought, yeah, that's the point where I live now, where like last night I was watching Jeopardy and I'm like, I'm going to bed after this. I'm tired. And I'll figure out the show later on or tomorrow or whatever. And I don't worry about it. But if I had goddamn Saturday Night Live, I don't think I'd ever get a breather. I mean, every show, when one's over, you got to start worrying about the next one.
Yeah, and you just run out of ideas the longer you're there.
Yeah,
you go through all your good ideas early, and yeah, it's tough. It's really a tough place unless you come from sketch, which I didn't really come from.
Background.
If you learn how to do it,
yeah,
and you have some practice in it for a while. Because I was pretty fresh out of the gate getting that show.
That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, you got
both.
Cool. You got both of them.
Yeah.
And was Mad TV a better experience?
No.
Really?
No.
Why?
Same kind of thing,
Yeah.
like just not knowing at all how to write, and just bopping around to office and being obnoxious. Probably.
So is that what got you there to the impressions on Mad TV?
So.
Artie Lang said when they wanted to be a character, they would give him a cassette tape, and he'd have to go home and listen to it over and over again to try and get the impression.
Yeah.
That's how they do it?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's
like
insane.
when I did Bill O'Reilly, they gave me a tape and said, try to learn this one.
Yeah.
Some of them come quick.
Yeah.
Caution, you're about to enter no spin zone. In fact, it begins in 30 seconds.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the deep fake interviews are some of the best stuff on the internet. I love them. There's nothing we could do here on the show other than hear you do the characters, but I really encourage everybody to go to YouTube, look for the Jeff Richards Show, and subscribe to it, like it, tell your friends about it, because the best thing you can do is spread it around and subscribe and word of mouth to get it going and let it blow up. I would love to see them turn that into a I don't know. I say to me, because I'm old, everything should be on TV. So
right,
like it would be a good TV show to watch.
Yeah,
just a fake interview type thing every night, or a segment on a news show or something.
Yeah, they get a little weird about it on TV because I did Robert Downey Jr. deep fake on Lights Out with David Spade. So he interviewed me and that was a whole thing, like back and forth at Comedy Central. Like, should we do it? Should we not do it? Because it's like a gray area with a little bit. They should do it, of course, and they did do it.
Yeah, I mean, you could put up a little disclaimer before or after.
Yeah,
I mean, is that what they're worried about? Getting in trouble?
I don't know. Like, yeah, that's just that gray area of like it is someone's likeness, even though it's parody.
Yeah,
but yeah, we ended up doing it. But
yeah, well,
that's kind of the hurdle,
I hear you. All it's gonna take is one person to get bent out of shape about it, and everybody gets sued. Jeff Richards, go look up the Jeff Richards Show on YouTube and subscribe to it. Thank you for getting up early, coming over to the show. It's good to see you,
Mike.
Jeff Richards, I have a couple of things to clear up. First of all, Jeff Richards, we forgot to plug his gig. He's going to be in St. Cloud at Porky's. Porky's a comedy club in St. Cloud out there towards the Orlando area. He'll be there Friday and Saturday night if you want to go check him out. The other thing is, I just looked at the Bone fan page. It came up in my algorithm.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, Joe, who claims to be hearing impaired, and he must be getting the transcribed or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what are these deep pics that they keep talking about? We're talking about deep fakes. and
it's transcribing it
transcribing
wrong.
deep pics.
Hilarious.
And some guy wrote, "Oh, they all sent out deep pics to this guy, including Carmen." No, it is deep fakes. It is where you take the face of a celebrity and digitally put it over your face, and you're able to talk and move your lips and eyes as that person. It's one of the scariest things you'll ever see because the technology is getting better and better every day. And Jeff does this on his YouTube channel because he can do all the impressions and he does hilarious interviews with these celebrities that aren't real. They're deep fakes.
Yeah, so he's doing them live where he does the live person, whatever, but they also do it with movies because you've seen like the Arnold Schwarzenegger in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
And it's so weird.
Did you see him as Chewbacca?
Yes. Yeah.
My God, that was so funny.
Him doing the Arnold voice. Yeah. That's really good. People are nuts with that stuff.
If you want to get through, the phone lines are open 727-579-1025. Now is the time to roll it out. There was something. Oh, I know what I want to tell you about. Have you seen the guy on the internet? On Instagram, he is a woodworker and he makes these little scenes. He'll make like a little island out of wood, and then he'll take a spaceship. He takes a piece of wood, he carves onto like a little spaceship, and he'll paint it, and he'll attach it to whatever the land is, and it'll look like it's hovering above the land. And he does a great job, and he takes them and he puts them on Etsy or one of those things, and they sell in seconds. I keep trying to get one. He sells so quick. So he started a video, and he's like, today is day 1, and I'm going to make one of these every day until Joe Rogan DMs me and asks for one. Then he's like, it's day 277, and I'm going to make one every day until Joe Rogan DMs me and asks me for one. Boom, he got it. Joe Rogan finally hit him up after 200 and something days.
Damn.
He's like, I'm making him one now for the studio. I was like, good. I thought I want one for our studio.
Yeah.
I've been following the guy for 200 days.
I love miniatures.
Yeah, but it's interesting because he'll show you. It takes this big piece of wood and it looks like nothing, and he turns in these little scenes with a little spaceship on it all the time. And it's pretty cool.
There's this guy that I follow on Reddit who does the same thing, but with clay, and he made the Apollo liftoff, and it's like a diorama. It looks so cool and it's big, and he has the clouds and it looks like fire.
All out of clay.
Yeah, all out of clay. And when he presses the button and turns the lights off, it literally looks like there are fires flowing down, the smoke's gonna. It was so cool.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
miniatures
that.
are sweet.
A couple of people reached out to me and said that they would teach me how to play chess. I know, but then I got to worry about. I don't know who they are.
I will tell you the best way. Spanish and I have played chess.
Yeah.
There's an app for texting, gaming, and text
Right.
and stuff like that, and it shows you like you push the pawn that you want to move, and it will show you where you can move it to. And you just basically play that way, and it kind of teaches you.
Yeah. And she beat me twice, and I played
and I've
chess.
never played.
And she beat me twice.
That's the thing. If you're just luckily.
Well, you get to learn.
No, but you learn what pieces how you move the pieces, because each piece can do something different. So it's just a way to learn without having someone over your shoulder have to ask.
Yeah,
you know
just
what
put
I mean?
it on expert mode and destroy him.
Dude.
No,
Did you
that's
see Magnus, the great chess player, the guy who's a grandmaster right now, the younger kid, play against Bill Gates? Gates thought he was like, oh, I'm pretty good at chess.
Yeah.
Let me play. He immediately was just like boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, he is a grandmaster. He's the best out there right now. Yeah, you're not gonna beat him. You're not gonna even get close.
Chess is so much fun. You really will like it because you already have the mind for it, thinking a couple steps ahead. That's why Ian is great at it too. Ian's good.
Not steps ahead.
Oh yeah,
He's
Ian-
high all the time.
No,
I'm a
dude.
smoke Ian.
In chess, it's interesting because
I love to say things about Ian when he's not.
Yeah, dude. He's very much, I feel like, the type of player that pretends like he doesn't know what he's doing, and
Right.
then next thing you know, he's coming around the back, and you're like, oh my god, he totally just destroyed my king.
All right, I'm gonna look it up today.
Yeah.
I feel I don't want to do anything that's gonna force me to spend more time with you. But
I knew you were gonna say
I
that.
know. That's the one thing I'm worried about. It. Like I'll tell you, like if I want to go take lessons for something,
Yeah.
I gotta figure out who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Although the one time it worked out really well for me when I took piano lessons. My niece took piano lessons. She's like, "Oh, there's a lady who lives in the neighborhood. I took piano lessons from her." I was like, "Okay, cool." Someone give me a number. So I reach out and I want to take lessons, and I go over there, smoking hot. I mean, I'm like, this is, and I would come straight from the gym or somewhere. I have a shirt with no sleeves, and I'm like, Hey, smoking hot piano lady. It was so.
Did you tell her? I just came from the gym.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No,
I
well,
work out. Have you heard that I work out? No. All right.
I mean, the first time I was covered in sweat, so I wanted to let her know.
What's up?
I don't know how to take the cover off my truck. What? No, I said I work out. I'm getting a monkey.
What is it that you used to say at Boston Mark? What do boxers eat?
Yeah.
What do you guys have for boxers?
You guys have any meals for boxers? What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So-
I'll take the.
I
my
missed that.
God.
I missed that boxing so much. That was some of the
Yeah,
best stuff.
that was
man.
fun.
Yeah.
We would just punch each other's elbows the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's pretty sweet.
All right. Let
See
me
you
grab
later.
some of these phone. No,
No.
I know
But
Carmen loves the
why?
phone
I
call.
mean,
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
every time.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How you doing, guys?
Good, sir. What's happening?
Mike, I'm completely off subject. Is there any way you can relate that information from, your family law attorney, Darlene?
Yeah. You know what? I will, sir. I'll have to wait till the next break because all I have on my phone is her cell phone number. But I will look up her. It's Abbey Road Law, I believe, is what it's. Will you look it up in Spanish?
I will.
Stand by, sir. I'll find it for you.
Normal spelling, ABBY.
Very
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Yeah. Keep listening. I'm going to do it here in a second for you. It's Darlene DePaulo is her name. It's Abbey Road Law, I believe. Her daughter's name is Abby. We'll get it. We'll get it out. Just stand by. It'll come up in a second. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
Oh, medicine man. I didn't expect to get you.
I know. I'm not unexpected anyway.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hi, I wanted to talk about the chess topic.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live on the air. What do you got, buddy?
Oh, cool. Well, first of all, great show. When I first started learning chess about maybe 7 years ago, the best thing I did was just go on YouTube and people play chess and they talk about their moves as they're playing a live game. You kind of get the insight of the strategies. Also, in those videos, they kind of give you the basic heuristics, basically like control the center, that kind of stuff. There's actually a chess club in St. Pete, or like a public meetup where people go out and play. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like I would enjoy that, but I need to learn. I don't even know the basics. So I need to learn the basics first. So I will do that. I've learned so many things on YouTube that I'm surprised that I was able to do. I took a virus off my computer. I learned how to use seriously. Like I learned how to use equipment that I have a piece of equipment for something and I can't figure it out. And then 10 minutes on YouTube and I got it working out. So I'll start there. I'll check it out and then.
Chess Network. There's a YouTube channel called The Chess Network.
Okay.
It's a great channel. He's a pretty laid back guy. I just watch the video sometimes just to get some insight. But I'll hang up. But cool show, guys. Talk to you later.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the heads up. Did you find Darlene's thing?
I have not found Darlene's thing.
I'll text her during the break. We'll figure it out.
I have a feeling if you play chess, you're going to use the Sicilian defense.
What is that? I like the way it sounds.
Right?
You just punch the other guy in the face
Yeah,
so he can't do it.
And flip the
You flip
chessboard.
the chessboard and go, I win. The Sicilian defense?
Yeah, because there's a bunch of different names for different openings and different things that you do. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I would like to get like a little hobby, a little something good at something.
You know what you should do? Just watch Queen's Gambit.
I rewatched
tried.
that.
That's
Very good.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
like that?
No, I did. I tried. I watched the first couple episodes.
It was really good. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
It didn't make me want to play chess.
No?
No, I didn't. I
What about
enjoyed the
Searching
show.
for Bobby Fischer?
No.
Joe Mantegna.
No. I don't know what it was. I saw a movie and the guy had a chessboard in his office and that looked cool. And I thought that would look cool. And then he started playing. I was like, I bet I would like chess.
My son has a very nice chessboard, and then my in-laws just got my brother-in-law a chessboard. They have Dobermans, so they have the chessboard is Doberman heads, and one's a silver base and the other is gold base. It's really cool looking.
That's pretty cool.
Found it.
What is it?
It's Abbey Road Law.
Yep.
ABIRoadlaw.com.
You have a phone number? Jesus
there
Christ.
is a phone
How do you
number.
half-ass look it up?
There is no phone number on the website.
Of course there is.
Okay,
There's
well,
no way you're going to tell me that she made a website.
if you would like to,
What is the website?
Abby ABI
ABI
Road Law.com.
Contact us.
Click it.
Yep.
Where's the phone number?
No. I'm saying you're right.
Yes.
How do you know this is even the right one?
What do you mean?
Because it's in Tampere.
And it's Darlene DePaulo.
Clearwater.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just check it.
Yeah.
Did you contact him?
No, I didn't want to contact.
Here's the phone number right here. 727-710-8689.
You couldn't just let it go.
No, but
You couldn't
listen,
just
it's
let it
not
go.
right there on the website, but it is on Google.
2 seconds he found it.
Yeah.
I was on the web. I was on the official.
All right, shut your
website.
stupid mouth. I'm going to give it out again. 727-710-8689.
What's this Google thing you went to? What is that?
Good job,
Sunday-
Spanish. Opposite day. Idiot.
It really is opposite.
You can't call me idiot. Nice person, great guy,
Yeah.
tall,
Damn
Handsome. Not
Successful.
squints.
In a good relationship.
I love it here. What?
Not too much.
Wow,
With
too
my-
far.
Oh man, you're in love.
What? Me? No, definitely.
Yeah,
not.
he's already posting videos.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
You posted a video?
Yeah, it's
We
literally
had-
3 photos.
We had dinner. We looked at the moon. I love you.
Does it
Can I
really
be
say we
honest?
look at the moon?
Can I be honest?
Does it really say we look at the moon?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay,
but that
fine.
shows the moon.
Yeah.
It was the moon bar.
He can't listen. He can't have sunsets. Joe already has them.
Right.
Yeah.
So Spanish has the moon.
Yo, you gotta
Yeah.
stay
Moonlight.
off my game, Galvin.
yes.
Stop figuring all
Hey,
this
man,
out.
I already
all
got
right?
shooting stars. So
All right.
All right.
You won't share a star?
sometimes
too?
I just grab my wife. No, shooting. Go.
Wake up. Wake up.
I had one girl. I got her eclipse and she went blind.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Why are you doing this
What
to
a
people?
jerk.
It's
It
terrible.
was sad. It was
It's
sad.
so sad.
So wait, you're on dates and posting videos already?
I went on 2 dates with her. That's
Yeah.
it. And yeah, I posted one. It's not even a
Wow.
video. It's 3 photos.
Does it have music in the background? What's the song?
What's the song? There's no. Oh, the song
I'll
is
make
actually.
I'm in love with
It's-
those-
What stripper?
Oh.
She's not a
I
stripper.
didn't finish it. You did. Wow.
The song is called Problems, and it's by a band Jungle.
Oh.
It's a great song.
I don't need you sending
Want to hear it?
messages.
Yeah. Play it.
Get it? He ain't got no problems.
Yeah, that's
look,
right.
That's what it looks
That's
like.
right.
Like-
Yeah, look at it. Look
like-
at it.
No.
No, like it. Did you like it?
No.
Hit the heart.
I actually have you restricted.
No, you don't. That's a lie.
Are you kidding me?
No, don't restrict
After
me now.
your 28th, I can solve my problems by looking at the moon.
Oh.
Whatever you sad weirdos do at your meetings.
You know,
Thanks to our server and manager for being stellar.
yeah, they were pretty good. Yeah, come on, that's a good joke, by the way.
Did you see
And they-
his
Stellar.
last video?
Moon.
Did you see the one before that one?
No.
Damn it!
Right.
You made me sweat in my shirt.
Oh.
No, but this looks really cool. That looks like
It's
actually
dope,
like
Carmen.
a
You would love
really
it.
cute date idea.
It was really
Where
good, and
is
it was
it?
a full moon last night too. It's at the Mahaffey,
Oh, it's a
upstairs at the
full
Mahaffey.
moon?
Yeah, it's the first full moon of the new
Damn
year.
it, I got a Pokemon that only
missed it.
evolves during a full
You
moon.
should-
no,
Share
you
the
can
people
still do
tonight.
it. Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the day of. Like the full moon stays around for a few days.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
gotta go figure that
I know
out.
it's the wolf guy, right?
When is
I
it?
don't
Is it full
remember.
moon tonight or was
I
it?
believe so. Well,
I hope
not.
He's changing. Right before, this is the dumbest show in America.
this is the best.
Love it.
Dumbest show in America.
I love it
It's
so
the
much,
best.
dude.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good, sir. What's happening?
I would when you guys get to the break, I would like to get Spanish my information because I want to make him my new best friend.
All right.
I don't
all
know,
right.
sir. You don't sound like
No.
somebody that Spanish
What?
hang out with.
Oh, opposite day.
No, come on.
No, it's not an opposite day. It's just it'd be a long distance relationship because I live in Sarasota. But he has a lot of information that I'm on the same page with Spanish about these conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get to know Spanish and talk to him more about that.
Well,
Question.
every Tuesday and Thursday I have the sad weirdos meeting if you want to meet up with them.
That whore island.
Would you listen to a show on the bone if it was an hour of Spanish talking about that stuff?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking they should do that. I think
Yeah.
you should do a
That-
show.
I got some stuff ready to go for the channel also.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good. All right, stand by, sir. No, we're not going to give you his phone number, or you're not going to be his friend, but you
Hit
may
me
have
up.
an opportunity to listen to him or watch him on YouTube.
On social media. Hit me up on social media. You'll see my moon post.
You
Yeah.
you want the guy? I'll give him your phone number
He's
if you really
dating
want
now,
him to call
so
you.
They already
there's a
have it.
chance.
Yeah. What?
Oh, nothing.
By the way, Spanish won't do the conspiracy thing. I already told him that.
Yeah,
but
well-
last year,
Yeah, because they.
yeah, because you have no hustle.
No, that's
Wow.
not what it is.
No.
Wow, what does that
Not-
mean?
That is not what it is.
What does that mean?
It means he's not a go-getter. He waits
I-
for things to come to him.
I definitely am a cook.
like
That's how I
phone
got
numbers from
this
law
job.
firms.
Can I say something?
Dude, that is not a fair example.
You are definitely not a go-getter.
Okay.
That's not an insult. I'm it's not an insult. You're a very good at handling things as they happen. But you are definitely not a go-getter.
In what way?
You're not ahead of the game.
Like with what?
Your
life.
Like,
yeah.
can I have an example so I can better myself? Because right now, this is like when my mother tells me do better. But
No. It's not a better or worse. It's a different style of doing things.
Like last week, whenever you said, "Is Martine coming in today?" and he goes, "Do you want him to?" I was gonna text him, and you're like, "It's 8:30."
Like you get things done when Mike asks, but it doesn't happen without him asking.
Yeah, but that's because every time I've gone out of my way to do something, usually Mike says, "No, don't do
Mike's
that."
fault.
No,
You're
that's
holding
not
him
what
back.
I said.
Right.
That's not what I said.
You're taking the go out of his go-gettingness.
That's exactly what I said.
I don't want to say this because you're all going to jump all over me. The one person besides Gio who was go-getter was Rob, because Rob would see something as an opportunity and go out and do it. Now, did he do it right?
He would answer an email.
No. like Rob is
No, he was listen. As much as I dislike him, he was proactive. Whether it was good or not is a different story. But yes, he was proactive. He would, because there would be a lot of dumb ideas. But listen, I'll take 1,000 dumb ideas over one good one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you're putting out all those ideas, and like I told you before, dumb ideas can spark a good idea.
I know.
You could say, "Oh, we should do this," and you go, "Yeah, that's terrible." But instead of doing that, we could do this.
That's Mike Olivero. We crap on all his ideas. A lot of dumb ideas. But then he comes up with the one genius idea where you're like, "That's great. That's great to do." I'm not saying this didn't turn into an insult thing against you.
Definitely an insult.
No, that's a different style.
You literally earlier
said Rob is better than you.
Yeah, 2 days ago you were like, I would like to have someone, a tarot reader, medium in. That's all you said. Today, Monday we have someone. Then I already have something booked for whenever you want it next.
He activated you.
He didn't activate me.
He did though.
He mentioned something and I got it done. So if that's not being a go-getter.
Exactly what Carmen just said.
You're reactive, not proactive.
Yeah. Reactive, but again, every time I've been proactive, it just never works out. So
never works out.
When was the last time I brought an idea to you and it went well?
Get better ideas.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I mean?
999 bad ideas. We're looking for the one good one.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean your ideas were bad. It just maybe they weren't.
I really think Mike is holding you back, Spanish.
Yeah.
He's got your get.
I mean, Jesus.
That's fine. I'm going to let you go today, so you can be free.
When that monkey gets here, you're done.
Like, I'm trying to explain to you so you don't think that I'm saying you're bad. You're good at what you do, but there is. Oh man.
Yep. Just not great.
Yeah.
Like there is just a certain you don't look at Gasparilla and say, what can we do for Gasparilla, even though we're not involved in it? We're not doing Bert's here. What can we do at Gasparilla that would be above and beyond? That's what you don't think about.
Okay.
By the way, Gio, that's perfect because you said good, not great. Have you ever heard good is the enemy of great?
No.
That's perfect. So everything's going good, but if it's just going good, a lot of people don't try and make it great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Spanish hates this. He
Why?
hates it.
Because
you're
taking it personally.
No.
But like, how much more number one can you be?
You can.
You absolutely can.
Yeah. Complacent.
Yep. Complacency kills.
All right.
I mean, not you. I'm just in general.
Yeah, not me. It's not about me. No, this isn't. It has nothing to do with me.
No.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is Rob's coming like 3 days a week.
I quit.
You're the new Jon Stewart. You're here on Monday. By the way, can I point out, Spanish? I'm very excited for the Unburnable Witch to come in.
I'm telling you, yeah. And then the next one that I have lined up is even better.
Nice.
But
What is the next one?
I'm not gonna tell you.
But they're coming
But
in
I
on
did tell you.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Boo.
What, do you want to come in?
You can read your cards over the phone.
No, you can't.
Of course you can.
That's all fake.
You know? You
Yeah.
read the cards?
Yeah.
You don't know.
My mother-in-law's a witch.
I had tea earlier and he read my tea leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable. He said, we're going to make fun of Spanish later. And I said,
I don't like to brag, but I feel like now you're bitter and angry in the inside.
Nope.
Yes, I tell your face. I can see your face. You have bitter, angry face.
No.
You should listen to your No Problem song.
Yeah, I will.
You should listen to 99 Problems.
Yeah. This is fun.
I'm not. Listen to me.
It was a compliment.
No one enjoys.
Yeah.
No one enjoys destroying someone else's will more than me.
Right.
This was not that. I did not.
all right.
I just brought up. You have a different style of doing things.
Do you
which is
remember
not-
why though? Why you brought it up? How this conversation started?
I don't.
I didn't think so.
Do you?
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you just hurt. You just like to hurt.
Why did it come up?
I mean, if you don't remember, I certainly am not going to relive it again.
But why? It's not a bad thing.
I know what it is.
What?
It was the conspiracy show.
Oh, you called him a no-getter,
Right.
not a go-getter.
Not a go-getter.
Yeah.
So it was him. He brought it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I completely understand that, as you should get paid. But I don't think you went for alternative routes. Because listen, and this goes for pretty much any company that anybody works for, they're going to go, we don't have it in the budget or we don't have the money for it and stuff. All right, well, let me figure this out. Because I want to get paid, so let me figure out how I can get paid.
That's what I'm literally doing right now. That's why I'm making videos for the channel instead of that.
Okay. It's just been a while.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm aware of time.
Last time
how
we
it
talked
works.
about it, you were like, yeah, they're not going to pay and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and I said I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to wait for another opportunity. Another opportunity.
And do you remember what I said?
You said you're an idiot.
Yeah. I said, I guarantee if you went to some people and said, hey, I'm going to do this show. Do you want to sponsor it? Do you want to be in it? And you brought them your own sponsors. They'd go, hey, all right.
Or if you came to your chubby friend and said, hey, we need to find a sponsor for the show. And I was like, man, if you're a business out there and you really like that conspiracy stuff, Spanish is thinking about doing a show if you want to be the sponsor.
Well, we did talk about it, and you had a great idea. You said,
All my ideas.
So, yeah, and it was to do it on the channel instead. Yeah.
You know, it'd be a good sponsor is Ian with everybody getting high and talking about crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come get high and talk crazy.
We
and then you can do an appearance out there.
There's another guy that works with Ian that's also interested.
Heavy lyrics?
No. But I did get to meet Heavy Lyrics, and he's actually a really nice guy. He's a great guy.
Who didn't think he was? What?
Gio
Gio said he wouldn't be because he's black?
Gio was very upset with it. Yeah, he said his rap sucks.
Definitely Gio.
Yeah. I was a go-getter.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So what was the compliment again?
There was none.
Okay.
It's opposite day, Carmen.
Well, wait a minute. I didn't say it was a compliment. I just said it wasn't.
The word you used was that's a compliment.
Yeah.
This isn't
And
an
then you said
insult.
how terrible it is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then
Spanish, they have all your go.
And then
Don't let them put you down.
Yeah, and then you looked me in the face and said, "I could tell you're taking this personal,"
I
but
can.
did not stop.
No, because I'm
Like,
trying to
you just
explain it
kept
to you.
doubling down
I'm
on
trying
the
to
pain.
explain to you. You have you're good at what you do. You're just a different style. We're different. We have different styles.
Right.
You know.
And I think everybody gets complacent sometimes. You know, yours it kind of ebbs and flows where, you know, not everybody's David Goggins all the time.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. Right now, I think I'm more up than definitely last year.
Yeah, you're definitely on an uptick.
I will
you
tell
have
you
your
the
shoes on and everything.
best thing you brought to the show was running around with no shoes on.
Yeah.
That was your meltdown at the end of the year was one of the best things we had happen all year.
Right. Let me ask you
Only
this,
we had
man.
video.
Who's going to carry the boat? Stay hard, mother.
Who's gonna carry your shoes?
No, man, I lost those shoes.
Mm.
Those were my favorite pair of shoes.
That's messed up.
Hey,
You should go to Pelts.
I should go to Pelts, yeah. What are the Souls for Fools?
No, souls for fools. No. Goals for souls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're not a go-getter.
Yeah.
You're
You
never
need a
going to
new
be in the,
soul.
you're never going to be in the slogan business.
Too complacent.
I thought my slogan was pretty good.
I have a
You-
slogan for your show. Here's Spanish. He's an idiot. I like that.
I actually do kind of like that.
Listen to this sad weirdo.
That show should be called Sad,
Sad
Weirdos.
Sad weirdos.
Do
10
you-
to 11.
Do you think you're more of a go-getter than Gio?
I think we're go-getters in different ways. I think he is go-getter at booking guests. I think I'm a go-getter at other stuff.
Why do you have an example for him and not for you? He's a go-getter at booking guests. You're a go-getter at other stuff.
I wasn't done. I
Oh,
was
I'm
going to
sorry.
say when we were doing the live gigs,
I'm talking about every day, not tasks.
I mean, every day. Okay. Before I get excited and upset, I just want to say,
You better slow it down.
Yep. I'm gonna have to say it. How many moons? One. Okay. We're back.
Problem.
So
I don't know why you're trying to use this to insult me.
I'm not insulting you. I was actually giving you a compliment, saying you're great and you're at go-getting to book guests. That's a great thing. That's not an insult.
One thing. Yeah, you made it like it one thing.
I
All
don't
you
just,
do.
I don't just book guests.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
you
you
get
also get
coffee,
coffee.
too.
Yeah, you do.
I don't-
Both of
maybe
them.
they didn't tell you when you went up there. I don't book guests anymore.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
see who
But
the
you definitely
bitter-
get coffee.
You
I
see
mean,
who
just-
the bitter ones are on
Just
the show.
scroll
I
through the
would
show's
like-
Instagram over the last 5 years. You can see what I do.
I would like for you to list in order of least go-gettingness. I don't know how to say it. To top in life.
Ooh.
Out of the show.
Okay.
Rank the members.
Least. Oh, start at the least.
Start at the least. Who's
Easy.
just, you know, not doing anything?
Mhm.
Oh, man. Who are you looking at?
There's a guy in the corner. There's a guy in the corner.
Oh, the guy who ran his own business for 7 years and introduced us to live video streaming.
I'm going to say
is
to
that
you,
that guy?
That's
Is
a
this the guy
go-getter.
you're talking
That's a
about?
I'm going to say,
Just checking.
hey.
Influence.
Let me
Just
talk.
checking.
Let me talk. I'm
Go
going to say
ahead.
the same thing to you that Mike said to me. I'm talking about every day.
Yeah, clips go up on YouTube every day. Who do you think's making those?
I don't know.
Go getter.
We
The
talk
go
about
getter's making them.
practice.
That's who's making them. The go
Yeah.
getter.
All right, let him.
If only you were active and didn't have to get activated. You reacting to Mike telling you stuff. I guess it's not the same.
Oh, I don't.
It hurts when it's turned on you.
Why don't you ask
All right.
Michael if that's true?
So least
I
you're
mean-
saying Joe?
Yeah, at least for sure, Joe.
All right.
I don't want to influence this list.
I know. Yeah.
I do recall Mike saying,
Who's
"What's up with the goddamn YouTube channel?"
Yeah, numerous times.
Where's
Where's my GoPro?
GoPro for the last 3 years?
Yeah.
All right. So then who's next? Joe's last.
By the way,
Joe's
I'm looking for camera number 2 now. If I could have the Osmo camera back, that would be awesome too.
Mhm.
Don't worry, Michael. I got it.
I spent $1,000 on cameras I haven't seen.
Yeah, got that. That
Camera.
camera.
It's okay. It's joke,
All right.
joke.
To the top of his closet.
All
You
right.
can't reach
All
it.
right, okay.
Joe's off the board.
Yeah.
In life, I would probably say Carmen is next, then Gio, then Galvin, then Mike. And Gio's only over Carmen because he has to work a second job, and you have to be a go-getter.
By the way,
to
you
do.
didn't put yourself in there.
Oh well,
Not worthy of the list.
Yeah,
Then
where would
it's-
you wedge yourself in that list?
where would I wedge myself?
Mhm.
The most go-getter.
Above me.
No, definitely not. No. Probably in between Carmen and Gio.
The Spanish is in there.
So how does the list play out, Calvin?
So according to Spanish, the go-getters from least go-getters is Joe,
Mhm.
then Carmen, then Spanish,
Mhm.
then Gio, then me, then you.
And this is for life, not just the show.
Fair.
Life.
Fair.
Yeah, that's what he asked.
I would say I probably would have had a similar list.
I would say similar. I think you're more of a go-getter business-wise than me, but I have an iron will.
To do what?
Everything. Anything. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be the best at it.
Best shrimp eater in
You better believe it.
Oh, damn.
Better- I was so good at eating shrimp, my buddy shut it down. Said you can't eat shrimp anymore.
You got iodine poisoning.
Kidney stones.
Carmen, do you agree or disagree with Spanish's list?
I don't agree, but
He thinks
he's
he thinks I'm better than you.
yeah,
It's at life. I'm saying because you have
yeah, because
two
you have two jobs.
Yeah.
Because I've never worked 3 other jobs while I worked this one.
Ooh.
Just
I
because
forgot.
the company
You're right.
values
You're
me
right.
and pays me does not mean I'm not a go-getter.
You're
'Cause
right.
I don't have to work a second job.
I forgot about the other jobs that you had to work.
I don't know why you
Well,
have to
I was
insult other people while you're
Well, I was going to school.
That's right. Yep.
And I finished.
And you bought a
But-
house.
And I bought a
'Cause
house.
why?
But yes,
'Cause
I'm not
why?
a go.
No,
I'm
you're
not a
You're
go-getter.
unsung hero.
No, you're right, Carmen. I forgot about that stuff. I apologize.
2023 Unsung Hero Award winner.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're
Which
right.
the other day, the 21st was my 2-year anniversary of buying my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
You're a real homo.
Our-
Wait a minute.
You never had a
Housewarming party, yeah.
Yeah, not that many people can fit in my house.
Just
but
all
it's
of us
just
standing shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's
You
an
guys
excuse for us not to come, but to buy you a gift.
Yeah, but I've lived there for so long that it was already.
Just
it's
know
like,
I won't come, but I will get you something.
right, but it's also one of those things when people have been like in a relationship for 10 years and then they finally decide to get married.
Yeah.
They already have everything. You don't need
Are
to
you
buy
saying-
them
Carmen,
a gift
did I get you anything
for
when you
My-
bought your home, like for a housewarming present?
no.
I'm sorry. I
You-
meant
No,
to. I
it's
really
okay.
did. No,
you
but
know
I
what
really
I
did.
used yesterday?
Huh.
My Galvin cutting board.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
nice, nice.
Grill them all.
Like I said, I lived there for 5 years before I bought the place. So everything in there
Yeah,
was
but
mine to begin with.
I think I was
So
just gonna get you an Amazon
Yeah.
card, and you'd be able to, get whatever you want.
that would have been nice. Thank you. for
Carmen,
the thought.
I watched your video you put up yesterday.
Of
It's
My
remarkable
handstands?
how you can easily do handstands.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
really do.
it is built into me. I started doing them when I was 3. You know,
Even with your weight being odd right now,
Yeah.
that doesn't throw you off at all.
I know. Listen, the heavier
Come on,
I
I'm
get,
kidding. I said that as a joke.
I think a big factor is her brain is telling her to start walking on her hands because she has such loose knees. That's gonna be
That
out.
might be true,
It's gonna
yeah.
be out soon. They're like, hey, you got to figure something else out, Rod.
Carmen, I was jokingly insulting you because you were wearing a half shirt yesterday and spandex, and you looked fine.
You thought she was too heavy to do handstands?
I was joking. It
Yeah.
was a joke.
That's mean.
But she didn't even buy into it. She just kept going.
It's true.
You're
Listen,
not. I watched you do
I'm
2
big.
handstands.
I'm big.
Oh, are you pregnant?
No, I'm
You
not.
sure?
Boom, boom, tequila stairs.
Oh, my
No.
Every
too,
day.
Too heavy for handstands.
Not true. I can do handstands
She
even
did
though I'm heavy.
effortlessly.
Yeah.
And
I'm heavy.
and Friday, Melting Pot Social will be here. Yeah.
Which I have a question.
Okay.
Would it be rude if I brought my own food to dip in the cheese?
Like, what do you want to dip?
Pickles.
No, bring 'em. Bring 'em.
Okay, that's what I was. There was like some food that I wanted to try to dip in cheese, and I don't know if they're
it's
gonna
all
have
about
it.
experimenting.
Right. So I was just gonna bring a couple of things on my own.
See, go get her.
Yeah,
Bringing her own food. to
bringing
dip
her
in
own
cheese.
pickles.
Yeah.
You didn't even ask if we could dip anything.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Proactive.
That's
Yeah.
right. No, I get. Listen, this is all opportunities for me to better
So
myself.
do you want to
thank
change
you.
your order of go-getters?
Nope. No, I'm totally kidding, Carmen.
There you go.
You want me to do it right now?
No.
Little bitch.
See.
Little bit. Oh, we forgot Dizzy. You want to talk about a go-getter?
Oh,
Core
four.
four.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
four. I think it goes me, Galvin, Dizzy, and the rest of you.
Now
Yeah.
I do want to ask Spanish.
Yes.
Just explain why, like as of now, I'm not saying throughout life, but like as of right now in life, how is Mike a go-getter?
Oof, that's a good question.
Thank you.
He's a go-getter in the sense that he knows how to delegate and he knows how to be a leader when he needs to be, especially when someone's having a total nervous breakdown. So
Those are different qualities. than
Yeah, that's
go-getter.
not
No,
a go-getter.
no,
that's
that's-
just
You don't
You
even
said
know what a go-getter is.
go-getter
That's an
in life.
emotionally
No, you said
mature
go-getter
person.
in
No,
life, right?
The go-getter is going and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
he does stuff.
Make
And
things
Mike is
that-
telling
that's-
you to do it.
Why
that's
don't you
just-
guys make your own list if everyone's going to yell at me when
But-
you after you ask me a goddamn question?
Here we go.
You know, weirdos.
You should know.
You got your shoes
Yeah.
still?
Listen,
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
going to
they're
your
on.
meetings.
They're on, but I'm about to rip them off.
We're not going to
boy.
your meetings.
Yeah, well, you should. You're one of us.
I'm constantly going
What?
and getting.
Where?
He's constantly getting.
He's getting an app. He's getting a snack.
He's getting a coffee from Gio.
He's getting a monkey.
Get a massage.
Getting a nap in?
Yeah.
Yep.
I already said that.
Oh, sorry.
I always have irons in the fire, Carmen. You may not see it, but it's always
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
got
I
things
was-
brewing.
Me
I was
too.
just asking Spanish. Obviously, he's gonna put you at the top of the list because But I was
That's right.
wondering if he
That's
had
right.
like legitimate
Yeah.
reason.
Well, if he wouldn't have insulted me at the beginning of this conversation, it would have gone different.
So he's not at the top of the list.
I mean, you know,
Oh, boy.
is there even really a list?
Fake list.
Yeah, I haven't
Fake
read
list?
The
No,
list
that's
you
not
made.
real. Yeah,
Right.
no. Galvin just wrote that stuff down. I didn't even say
Yeah,
anything.
as you said it.
Nope,
I
you
have
had it
a-
written.
I actually have the recording over here.
No,
so-
stop it. You don't.
What do you think? Last place?
You talking to me?
Yeah, yeah, Joe Getter.
Yeah.
What's your list look like?
I'm the only one on it.
Oh,
I
see, that's a go-getter.
Yeah, only one on it.
Joe has got he's a go gotten. He's a go gotten. He's a go gotten.
Yeah.
He's gotten stuff. He's
Yeah.
done.
Used
No,
to
he's
get-
done. Yeah. There's not much to go get anymore.
Had a good run.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
Galvin
say.
went and got it. Galvin was like, I want to be in radio. And now look at him.
Yeah.
He just
I mean-
one day was like, I'm gonna be in radio.
I did that too. I was going to school to be a dentist. And I said, I want to be in radio.
And you what are you doing now?
Oh, but for him, it's but
He's constantly coming up. We spend a half hour every morning going over ideas and stuff that he's coming in. What do you think about
Get here
this? You
earlier.
know, yeah.
You'll hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
sure, yeah.
By the way, also, you were in half-ass school, whatever. I was in a career that I switched to make $12,000 a year, got into radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even graduate high school.
No.
No.
That's a go-getter.
Yeah, I left
Yeah.
high school early to go get stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, "You want your diploma?" I go, "No, I
No,
gotta
I
go
gotta
get
tell you,
stuff."
I think Mike and Galvin switch.
Yeah.
Galvin is the
Thank you.
Galvin's the leader.
Well, he's also he's
All right, so it's Galvin, Carmen,
I
Mike.
ran 26.2 miles
That's
just
pretty
to
good.
get a medal. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
doesn't even
They're
doesn't
like-
even cost anything.
They're
That's a
like, "You want a
go-getter.
medal?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "It's the end of
It's over there.
26.2 miles." And I go, "I'll go get it."
sure he did.
4 times.
Yep.
Yep.
What?
Got 4 medals. Well, I'm sorry, Martin. Your mic's on. There you go.
Hey, good morning. So so I'm ready myself. I have a friend of mine that gave us. We saw some bad news, and I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
excuse. I'm at the office every day. So now the decision has to be whether it's the tech is Stephanie or Kevin. So I'm not sure.
So I was thinking about this. In your years as an athlete, did you get a lot of massages
I did.
from dudes or girls or both?
I couldn't do guys.
It's weird because I am not homophobic at all. I don't care. You wear a dress, you bang a guy. I don't care what you do. It doesn't bother me. I'm not grossed out by it. I don't care at all. I cannot get comfortable with a man's man hands rubbing me out, but I do feel like I need that because I'm a big guy. So I found a transgender massage therapist. I figured I get the gift of the man's hands with the loveliness of a woman's touch. So
see, I had a one that lesbian massage therapist, I
Yes.
guess you would say, that very strong. So
Yeah.
I still felt good that it was a woman, but
But she had the monster muscles.
and man, she would make me jump off the table. But that's
Yeah.
what you need. Like for sports, you need that deep tissue, the knots and pain. So yeah, so it's I did once in Dallas, and this is why like it grossed me out forever.
Right.
The guy shaved his arms, and when he was doing his elbow on my back, I could feel the prickly
Oh,
hairs. you
yeah,
know?
weird.
And you
So
got aroused.
I'm like- yeah, so it was embarrassing. the towel jumped up. No, so that's it, man. I can't do this anymore. So it's just a preference.
It's not even like I know the guy. I remember the guy from the Lightning used to be a big muscular bald guy, and the guys used to swear by him. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's gay or anything like that. It's just an uncomfortable. Because like I went to get a massage one time, and they played Kenny G music, and then I'm like, I can't relax. This is the most. You want to be relaxed. You want to slip away into it. You don't. I don't want to be. I don't want to get really like Twilighted, and all of a sudden here, this real good. You know, it just weirds me out a little bit. I think I don't know. Maybe it is something I have to get over. But my back hurts so bad right now that I have a feeling that I'd let two guys rub it the way it's going. I don't know. Now you're doing the Super Bowl for Univision.
I am, yes.
Who you and the guy that you do the Bucks games with, or no?
No. So they already have a crew, and I'm the guest. Not play-by-play, color.
Color, yeah,
and
yeah.
then Diana Flores, which is the girl that does the flag football. She's
Right.
ranked number 1 in the world at flag football. And so we're the two guests.
Okay.
Besides the crew that they already have a group of 3. So there'll be 5 of
Will
us
you
in the
be in the booth or down on the field?
No, we're gonna be in the booth. So
In
we
the
have 5 in the booth and then 1 on the field.
When do you go?
So I go, I believe, the Saturday before. So I'm gonna be there.
Oh, for the whole week.
The whole week, yes.
You should go to Radio Row.
We are. I'm gonna call you guys from the radio. I don't know time. We talked about
We'll
this.
figure, I know. Martin, I don't remember anything that happened a half hour ago, let alone.
Well, Spanish doesn't remember to answer my text. So
Shots fired.
Not a go-getter. Would you say?
I did answer your text.
When?
Keep waiting. That's what he said.
Listen. Oh my God.
Wow.
He's
Sorry,
also hard
Spanish.
to get on the phone. I call him 90% of the time. I call him, it goes to voicemail.
He doesn't tell me he loves me on the text anymore.
No, why would I? Why would I? Why would I?
Wow. Maybe you guys should fight again.
No, thank you.
I'll be getting a divorce if I do that.
I don't want to do that ever again. That hurts so much.
Did it really?
Yeah, of course it did. Martine's like outweighs me
Martine
like
said it didn't
30
hurt you at all.
pounds.
It didn't hurt him at all.
Well, I believe that. I do believe that because
It was the most painful morning the next
Oh.
morning of my life.
Oh,
Like, I'm
I
like, what
bet.
happened to me, dude?
couldn't move my neck.
How about this? You want to know how old and out of shape I am? I feel the same way you guys did the next day, and all I did was sleep at home. Just sleep next to my daughter, who just kung fu'd me the whole night long, and I feel like I
Yeah.
got killed.
But imagine a grown man of a Super Bowl athlete punching you in the face repeatedly
I mean, he's a kicker.
all
It's
night.
like a kicker.
Everybody says that, but he hits harder than a kicker.
I mean, it's not like a linebacker. I mean, yeah. But
I mean, thank God. But yes, he still punches very, very hard.
Thank you, Spanish.
You really do.
hey, you think the guy from Buffalo stood at the edge of the bridge that night?
No.
Looked over the side?
Man, I feel horrible for him. And,
The whole world does.
well, with Norwood, he wasn't allowed back to Buffalo in 30 years.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it might be best for both for him to get released and go somewhere else because, everybody's going to talk about that kick, whether he goes 20 for 20, 30 for 30. Well, you cost us the playoff. And it wasn't an easy kick. That's what people don't understand. It was very windy. It's cold. So the ball doesn't travel.
Right.
And for a right-footed kicker, that left to right wind is the hardest wind because now we don't know where to aim. Because being right-footed, your ball normally goes to the left. You got to pull it a little bit. If the wind was right to left, it's easier because now you just aim at the right upright, hit it clean, and then it's going to drift in. So that's why I feel so bad for him.
What's the kicker? Matt Bryant?
Matt Bryant.
Yeah, Matt Bryant came in the studio and he kicked that monster 60-something yard
62-yarder here.
And I said to him, how bad is the pressure when you go out there? He's like, none at all. And I go, why? And he goes, because nobody thinks I'm going to make it.
Right.
So when I do make it, it's great. Nobody thought I was 62 yards. And I go, no, that's different.
Yeah, if you're missing the 30, 30-yarder, then they're like, come on, you got to make that. But if you're missing the 60, they're like, yeah, it was 62 yards. Like,
it's different mentality now because these guys are kicking those 6 yarders like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So now you miss a 55, 50-yarder, and they're like, how do you miss that? Well, it
You
used to be 40 and in. Now it's like 55 and in.
well, you see videos like your son kicking, and you're like, Jesus, how far can they kick? It's unbelievable.
The training is so much different, because back then I did the same workout that an offensive lineman, obviously a lot less weight,
right?
But it wasn't specific. Now it's all sports specific. So these kids are just so much stronger and just flexible and better. I mean, it's incredible.
What has been your what's the one you're most proud of, and what's the one you're most disappointed in of your kick?
Well, disappointment by far, the Green Bay kick. That was to tie the game. Yeah, that was one where I hid in my house for weeks. I did not want to come out of the house.
That was for a bye week, wasn't it?
It was. Thank you, Gio.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, no wonder he hates me.
What a go-getter.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Thank you. So do I, Gio.
Gio still has his voodoo doll of you.
Listen, I think I may have driven to the Skyway. That was by far the most disappointing.
Honestly, what kind of anger and disappointment are you taking home with you that night? I mean, there's some like I heard a story of Joe Torre talking about Derek Jeter one time because we lost an important game, and I went and called Jeter in my office, and he popped his head in and said, "You wanted to see me?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How you doing?" He goes, "Fine." He goes, it was a tough loss day. He goes, "Still got another one tomorrow." And he goes, "Oh, okay, let him go." He goes, "And that was the right way to do it. Look at the next game."
Right.
But
that's what they say, like quarterbacks, especially, they have to have amnesia. They have to get over the last play to do the next one, because if you got an interception or you did something wrong, whatever, it's like, okay, that's done. There's nothing you can do about it. You got to get to the next one.
But the thing is with a kicker, it's Jeter's Jeter.
Yeah.
He's like the star, where we're a kicker, you're not in the game at all, hardly.
Right.
And then
so the one time that they call you in, you feel like
those guys are beating their heads in for 60 minutes, and then you go in and miss, and they're like, I mean, you want to hide. You feel bad for your teammates, for the fans, for your coaches. It's like,
and I have to imagine that even the fans already don't want you out on the field because they didn't score a touchdown. Now we got the kicker out here. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. And this was to tie the game, so it wasn't to win it. So actually, yeah, it was to tie. And then they ended up beating us in overtime.
Gio, is that right?
That's correct.
Gio?
Did you cry?
I don't know if I cried, but I almost did. Yeah, probably did. I don't know.
I probably would have felt like it.
Oh no, you feel like when you're a kid and you lose your toy, that feeling like it's hard to describe. But I just laid on the couch. I didn't want to, and we still had playoffs. So it wasn't like
well, you're out of it.
You know what would have been the best thing is if you had a button on the side of your helmet that just shut down.
that would be amazing because I do not like looking at those photos. I never wore a mask again. I froze because I wore that ski mask.
Right.
You could see my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll never wear that stupid mask again. So I took that thing off. I mean, with the kickers, we have a lot of superstitions. Never wore a mask, never wore gloves. I'm like, I'll freeze before I wear any of that stuff again. And I was blaming that, but it
was like
that.
a ninja. You're like a ninja.
Thank you, Gio.
And what is the one that sticks out as you're most proud of?
My favorite was here in Tampa. I have two, but the one when we beat Carolina 12-9.
Right.
And it was 3 field goals, 2 over 50, and 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
We recovered a fumble when we punted it to them. They fumbled and we recovered it. That was a whole team game. Brad was out.
Right.
So Rob Johnson was our starting quarterback. And then Sean King had to step in because Rob got hurt to get us in field goal range. So it was a whole. And that time, Warren was on our field goal team because we had injuries.
Yes.
So he's like, hey, whatever I got to do. So that was like for me, it was like the most proud moment. And it's like, well, I'm helping my team today.
Yeah.
So that one's cool. And then another one was with the Cowboys.
That was great.
I've been out of football for
that was Monday Night Football, wasn't it?
Sunday night
football.
Yeah, so I was out of football for almost a year.
Yeah.
Well, actually a year and a half because of an injury. I had surgery, and that was my first game back. I signed on Wednesday, and then we ended up winning with a field goal in Giant Stadium, 23-20, and that was my first game as a father. So for me, that was like, and that's when we talked. And I said, I only talk to you because I want to stay under the radar. Bill Parcells, I've had the history of not liking kickers, so I'm like, I don't want him to. And then at the time, everybody was calling me, I'm not talking to anybody. So
I called and Martine said, everybody's calling me, but you've always been good to me, so I'm talking to you. I remember that, dude. Martine works for Lifeguard Imaging. You hear us talk about it all the time. You can go in and get scanned. Galvin's brother's coming to get scanned.
Yeah.
I almost got Carlos Mencia to go do it. He just didn't have the time.
Chicken out?
No, he didn't have the time.
Next time.
But I love that when my friends come to town, we can get that done because, like Bobby Kelly. Bobby was chubby, and he went in there and he had a great score, and he knew that he could have found something bad. He could have found something that we didn't know about. And I think you want to give yourself peace of mind, whether it be for a scan or a virtual colonoscopy, which we're going to be talking about here in the next couple of weeks. which I will do it. I will proudly put 2 inches in my butt in order for us to make sure that I am.
Are you okay with 2.5?
Well, that's
Aren't we
where I
all
draw the
doing
line.
it, right? Well, I thought we're all doing it. Yeah.
Listen, we can all do it.
Yeah.
I'm leading the pack.
We
As
want
a
to go with you.
go-getter,
We want to go with you.
as a go-getter, I'm leading the pack.
I want to go get it done with you. Yeah.
Carmen?
Let me check with Stephanie and Kevin if we can do multiple
Multiple,
runs
yeah.
per day.
Yeah.
We may have to space it out one a day.
No,
What
we
if-
want to do it together.
What if Carmen and I lay on the thing together facing each other? We get the plug on either side, and then you put us both in the tube together facing each other.
I think that
Work
would
on that.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Probably work.
For your life, for yourself, or for somebody that you love, lifeguardimaging.com. Sorry that Spanish made you wait so long. to come in
Nah,
here.
it's okay.
Sorry,
we're not busy at all. Don't worry, Spanish. Thanks.
Yeah, it's not like you have work to do or nothing.
Yeah, this guy's a go-getter.
I mean, I feel horrible now. I waited forever, and now Gio hates me.
Gio
Now,
hates
now, now I find out he's still bitter about that kick. So I'm like, I'm hurt.
You hates everyone.
PTSD, Gio.
Ring of honor, put him in.
Yeah.
We were winning 12-9, damn it.
It's true. Gio's been a very big proponent of the Ring of Honor.
Thank you, Gio.
All right. We're out of here. Thank you to Jeff Richards. See Jeff Richards at Porky's in St. Cloud Friday and Saturday night, and find him online on YouTube at the Jeff Richards Show. Tomorrow, TJ Miller will be here. Funny comedian, good actor, all around great guest on the show, bringing his own peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's I mean, just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, we have new peanut butter. Plus, Carmen will be here, as well as the Melting Pot Social will be here with us, providing the food. And that's it. Have a great day. We will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.